Greetings and salutations, humans. This is Froggy and friends, and we're playing Grit. I know I'm definitely rip-roaring and ready to go. So,
someone's about to die.
What are the odds it's me?
It's probably me. I'm just gonna get tapped by a shotgun and just.
No, it's gonna be a ghoul. It's gonna be Hansel coming to get you.
Oh no, my worst
Maybe
nightmare.
too long. We've all been close with death except for him.
That's true.
Lily's coming to get
you
him.
You have a really good point. All of us have been very close to death except for Tulok.
Challenge accepted. Tulok never backs down from a challenge.
Lily is now the final boss.
wow. Okay. Where we left off was the evening after their train ride, and Cedric has just knocked on Jade's door for the second time, just to say goodnight. And I'm going to actually just kind of start up right after that.
I thought we were already on the train. Oh no,
This
that was
is
that we
after
got
we
off,
were,
and
like,
then we
in
okay.
Yuma already.
Okay.
Yeah, Yarler and Yuma. This is the hotel. Tulok.
Yes. Oh, here we go.
Yep. You're getting dice out. Nice.
I'm just ready.
Hey,
He's ready to roll some
Roll for your life.
Okay. You're hearing everything's black, but the main thing that the sensations that you're feeling are kind of like a warm and cold stickiness all over yourself.
Okay.
But then a constant crashing of waves.
Okay.
Like on a shore.
Sure.
Then it's like you're opening your eyes and it is a shore, but the skies are black.
Okay.
And the water is red.
Okay.
Blood water.
And you're starting to look up, and someone's wading towards you.
From the ocean to me on the beach.
Yep.
Okay.
Cedric.
Just a random
Don't look like
dude.
And this individual is holding the axe.
Okay. What is this?
Kind of out towards you like this.
Okay.
And from their eyes is pouring blood.
Ooh. Spicy.
And it's Lily.
Whoa! Look what you did.
Oh no!
You killed her.
And then she slightly tilts her head. The axe spins, slices her neck almost half, and her head starts tilting back, and she sinks into the
bloody ocean.
Yep. And the axe just keeps spinning above where she went in.
Oh no!
What do you do?
Dead.
One sec.
Okay. Tulok is going to start swimming for her. Do I need to roll for a swimmer? Can I just role play this part?
This is just role play.
Okay, so Tulok, wait! He's gonna run and jump into the water, and he's gonna try to get to her. He's an excellent swimmer, as fast as he can.
Okay.
And can he find her body in
You
the water?
start because she's 5'1".
Right.
She was waiting.
Right.
So she was like.
But did she sink or was she able to float?
It's not float. It's
Yeah. Okay. Yep.
And you start reaching around in the water, and to your left, she comes up.
Okay. Well, he's gonna try to. Is she within group? Like, can you reach her?
Yeah, and she looks at you, and her eyes are blood red.
Okay. Well, he's gonna grab her, and he's gonna say, "What happened? What happened, Lily? Lily, what happened?" He's gonna look at the axe, and he's probably enraged. So he'd look at the axe and go, "What did you do? What did you do?"
Then you wake up.
This is very different.
Oh no!
This is already.
Where was that before?
Emotional
He wakes up.
damage.
Oh yeah, you wake up, but you wake up and you're hovering.
Oh. Did I
God,
see
okay.
him?
You're
Is
up
the axe flying around me?
like an atom,
Ooh.
and you come to, and you're like you're sweating.
Mm-hmm. Am I still floating?
Oh yeah, you're floating.
Okay, well, I'm gonna spin a little.
Yep,
That's like totally jarring.
Roll a discipline for me.
Okay.
Because I want to see what what you can mentally handle
How I
here.
can do this.
Yeah.
3 successes.
No.
Fantastic. You
Oh,
definitely.
I'm sorry, 2 successes.
Okay.
My bad.
With that, like the 3 would have been an extra momentum to possibly do something, but with the 2, you're like, okay, you're judging kind of what's going on,
Okay.
roughly.
Okay.
And it, so what do? You're hovering there. Okay.
I'm gonna try to see. Okay, how much movement can I have? Can I spin myself, or am I pretty much static?
You know how Tom Cruise was on that rig in Mission Impossible?
Yes.
You kind of have pivot forward,
Okay.
at least initially, because like it's not.
I just don't have any real control.
You're in a bubble of no gravity, but the thing is, going anywhere else, you can kind of spin and do things
Okay.
in this one spot. At least that's the kind of feel you have in this second.
Sure. Okay, so I'm gonna try to reach the bed. Can I tell if it's day or night? Well, 2 o'clock's not very discreet, so I guess it wouldn't matter. What did you do? What did you do? Screaming at the axe. And he's gonna try to reach out and grab it if he can reach it.
Roll a persuasion.
Is he gonna die? Just
Persuasion. Okay.
Oh well.
We just all die. Slaughter soul.
1 success.
If he dies, you have to
One
make him play
success.
as
Yep.
Lily. Just-
What did you do? 1 success. What I said I would.
And he's gonna go completely static because he's just gonna stop fighting. Well, no, he's still gonna do everything he can to get down. So he's just gonna try to with much less vigor and no more shouting. It's like all of the momentum has been taken out of his sails.
Okay.
So, just trying to get down to the bed, trying to grab a bedpost or push himself off the wall, anything he can do to try to get out of this floating sphere.
But you can't reach anything.
Well, then
It's
he's...
like spaced because you're in a bubble.
Okay.
And like you can.
Okay, so since he's not having any... That's not working
I'm
at all.
not gonna have you roll because it would be like an epic level. You'd have to have minimum 5 successes to be able to reach.
Okay. Yeah. Well, then in that case, he's going to... He's trying to control his emotions. He's trying to go deep. He's trying to find that connection with the axe. And he's
Okay.
going to try to separate himself from it somehow. And he's not trying to break the bond per se. But he's just trying to put some emotional distance between him and this thing that he's assuming has killed Lily, but he doesn't know how.
Roll me a sorcery. Just so you know, you need 4 successes.
Oh no! Okay, we're gonna try.
With 2?
No, this
Let's
is
just
You
do
can't
this.
do it with 2.
Give him the
okay.
doom.
This is actually you using sorcery. This is not.
Oh.
This is like you, in essence, kind of using your sorcery fortitude to kind of make this distance.
Okay.
So any failures, there's going to be something that possibly could happen.
Like a big
Just to
complication.
let you know, but you need 4. So just
This is not worth momentum, but it is worth 2 doom, sir. If you would like to help yourself. Yeah. Give him the doom. Okay, that's 1 success, 2 success, 3, 4. No, wait. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 successes. You're
Oh
kidding me.
my
Awesome.
goodness.
Sweet.
Nailed it.
It's
Okay.
rigged.
all right. So you're trying to distance yourself from it
Mentally and emotionally, yeah.
to do what? Like, what is your purpose? Because you have a momentum there. So I can. Do you want to? Is your goal to just stop hovering, or what are you trying to do?
So remind me, I'm still kind of new. With the sorcery momentum, I have an ability to make a change. Like with the axe, could I potentially make it come back to me and stop floating?
Well, if that's what your goal is, I'd just say that you don't have a momentum. I'm just... Like,
yes, that's my goal, is to get it to come to my hand and to stop floating.
Okay. You get lowered down and it floats to your hand. Like it just goes there.
Like gently?
Yeah.
Okay.
And it's in your hand now.
Okay, so...
okay, and...
Okay, so then I'm going to take it, and I'm going to chuck it into... I'm going to lodge it into something wooden. Am I in my bedroom?
Yep, this is a hotel room.
I'm going to stick it in the bedpost, firm enough that it's not going to fall, and I'm going to walk out of my bedroom and close the door, and just start pacing, probably outside would be my guess. So he's going to walk out of the hotel and start pacing in front of it. He's not going to go far, but...
You're away from the axe.
Oh.
Roll a discipline.
Okay. Guys, we're just
This
going
is
all
not
the way
going
forward.
well.
This is
I'm
going
all
to be
here for it.
Lily is dead.
I got 1 success and a 19, a natural 19.
1 success and a 19.
Oh, well, I guess it's not sorcery, so that... It's just
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah. You definitely feel this weird feeling in your gut. When I say, you're just like, that feeling that you left the fire, the embers still going, where you left, or you left a snare, like you'd set up snares, and you know that someone's gonna, like kids are gonna be playing there, like that weird.
Oh, really?
Like that feeling inside, like, oh, okay, but you're away from it. That's just the feeling that you're getting, like that weird.
So does it feel like other people are in danger, or does it just feel like...
No, like you know that, okay, a good way for you to think, like,
You know, if we ever leave the candle burning at home,
That
and it's
feeling.
like,
Okay.
something bad could happen,
Yeah.
or maybe not.
you've got
Oh.
that feeling inside.
Okay.
So
Well, with that feeling, Tulok's not one to leave something undone, so he would probably stomp back up to his room. I think it's still on the second story. Stomp up the stairs,
Yep.
open the door, pull the axe out. He'd put it back in his belt probably, and then slam the door, probably too loud enough to probably make other people angry, and then storm back outside.
okay, you're outside.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you're not gonna get a full night's rest.
Nope.
So, yay. So,
Are these mental resolve from Lily still there?
that would be healed though.
Sweet.
Is everyone having fun so far?
Yes.
Just
I
double
don't-
checking.
Yeah.
Thank you. This
Yep.
guy's really strong.
I like Tulok being in distress.
Very good.
This is
at
fun. This is the
acting.
most fun I've had to play him so far.
Oh, great.
Really?
Now Lily's about to die.
Oh, she's probably already dead, TBH. But
It's too late.
We don't know.
It's great when people
could
don't
just be a
ask
pact.
direct questions.
well, I guess I kind of did ask directly, but I didn't get the answer I was hoping for. I just said, "What did you do?" I didn't say what happened to Lily.
Yeah.
All right.
So,
Noted.
okay, so I'm going to say that you suffer a fatigue. So your vigor is 1 step lower. Your max is.
Okay.
So just do a box around your last one.
Okay.
Until you get a good night's rest.
Okay.
Your max vigor is lowered.
Okay.
And you have possibility, like, you're sleep deprived.
Yeah.
So,
Don't make mistakes.
let's see here. That was a lot more interesting than I thought it would go. So,
It's like, who else can I traumatize this evening?
my goal is always all of you.
Nice.
I'm good.
Well,
You guys are sleeping. I'd slam that door. Y'all didn't care.
We
the
didn't say we heard it.
the night before is your time with Lady with Lady Death. So.
Yep.
So do you no? No, it was this same night. So boom, boom, boom. Man, you're sleeping soundly, like always.
Good. Yeah.
So everyone
Anyways?
wakes up, and breakfast is provided at the.
Nice.
Okay.
Of course, biscuits and gravy. The biscuits kind of taste tangy for some reason. So,
Okay.
Huh.
yep.
Tangy like citrusy tangy, or like tangy as in like something bitter and like not supposed to be there?
Just roll. Let's see here. Roll a craft because you've
Okay.
cooked before, so.
Man, my crafting is
One
not
success.
One success. Their buttermilk probably went bad.
Okay.
Yeah,
And-
it's not gonna make you sick. You're just
Yeah,
like,
you're like,
Uh-huh.
Jeremiah like has like purple sunglasses. And he's just you like walk in like as everyone's having breakfast.
Yeah.
Does everyone just kind of are they surprised? Are you all surprised that he kind of walks in from the outside, or
yeah, definitely. Jade would have noticed and been like, that's interesting.
Roll
A
an
little more
observation for me.
disheveled than normal.
and anybody else who's notices anything, you can roll an observation.
Yeah. As a frequenter of sunglasses, I noticed that
One
he's now
success.
wearing a pair.
Well, Jeremiah is wearing the sunglasses. I'm talking about Tulak.
Walking in from
Observation.
the outside.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
One officer.
You're coming from the outside.
The one observation, the whites of his eyes are kind of bloodshot, but his irises aren't brown anymore.
Mm.
Wow!
Yeah.
Mm.
They're noticeably red. Yeah.
I only had one success on that, so.
You would have seen the same thing, and you made a note last time that you wanted to look at Jeremiah's rings.
Mm-hmm.
And I remembered without writing anything down.
That's pretty
Good
good.
job.
I know that I
You
have to
pulled
write
my
things down
stats.
or I forget.
Observation, I'm guessing.
Yes.
Yep.
Ooh. One success.
Okay.
Yeah. It's a 6.
Well, he doesn't try to hide his rings at all.
Mhm.
He definitely has like over the top skull motif going on, except for his pinky, like a pinky ring on his right hand.
Mhm.
But he's got. Let's see here. If I sent these to you, that would just be kind of too much, I think. But all of his fingers have rings on them.
Any I recognize?
The one here is definitely like a strange signet ring, but it's not
Okay.
anything else. Everything else is like would be reminiscent of what's the term? Like memorial rings.
Mhm.
So
The eye in
Yeah,
my
I-
shirt.
yeah,
I just realized that.
yeah, that would have been a horrible death.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would have been punctured lung. That would have taken a little bit of time.
Yeah.
But an
And-
awful, suffocating 5 minutes or so.
Unless you do the straw trick.
That's true. You
So-
could decompress, but
And why I know that?
Have a straw.
this is we need something to poke a hole first, and then we'd have to seal the
We'll
two
probably have
existing
We'll figure
holes,
it
and
out.
then- yeah.
Froggy probably has.
We'll get there.
Corner. Look at the corner.
Yeah, we got something.
I'm sorry,
We could use
everybody.
the wood one.
We've got people that are
This is-
like, medical practitioners. I'll just put it that way. I grew up on a farm having to fix critters. So,
Right.
yeah. So you, Frederick and Jade noticed that Tulak's eyes are red.
And I'm just gonna like drag a chair and sit down, grouchy, just grab a biscuit and maybe even some coffee, which I don't normally drink, but I'm exhausted, so I'm just gonna slam it down and just take a big bite of biscuit.
And
You've come to the good side.
Yeah.
let's see. Yeah. So if you guys want to say anything,
Rough night.
Well, how are you feeling?
How long till we leave?
All right.
I have my mouth full, so I'm not saying anything. I'm just.
He's read the
He's
room.
Jeremy's like, well, when we're done eating, I guess.
So like puts his biscuit on the table and says, "I'll be outside when you're ready." Scoots his chair out and walks to just go stand outside the door and just not be in the presence of people.
Now that he's left, I would lean in towards Frederick and be like, "Did you see his eyes?"
I lean in and go, "What was that about?"
Yeah,
Nothing about the
so-
eyes. I don't care. Didn't even notice.
I guess he had a rough night, but that's something else, you know.
That's a different kind of rough night.
Yeah.
What's something
Exactly.
else?
I'm sad that he doesn't trust to share it with us, but you know, that's his own prerogative.
That it is.
Now, in the meantime, I'm going to see if they have any sage here because I believe burning that might help him out.
So you ask, and they're pretty confused. Like, you just want to burn it?
Well, yeah, I'd like to roll it into kind of like a stick if it's not already, and kind of like just light it on fire and
What does that do?
twirl it around my friend's head for a moment.
she is
What?
she is really like the. Okay. She goes off and brings it.
It's herbal medicine. It can calm people down. He had a rough night, you know. Just
Okay.
all that.
And she kind of like pats her, and she's got a small purse, and like out of it is like a really small flask. It's usually too early, but just kind of walks away and drinks because she is off put by all of this morning and just in general, like shaking her head and does not come back to your table, does not take your plates until you guys are gone. Like this is Jeremiah just kind of leans back, stretches a little bit. I like them better this way. He gets up and he's just like, well, I guess I'll have to lead the way now, won't I?
We'll follow your lead.
I say with my mouth full, "I'm still eating."
He just drops his head.
Cedric, stuff it in your pockets.
I stuff it into my bag. I put like 3 biscuits in my bag.
Yeah.
I'm imagining you're taking gravy to include your
It's just-
He's not nicely putting the biscuits in there. He's like smashing
I have
them
one in my
there,
mouth, too.
So they're all broken up biscuits.
I take
Good
one
for
and go,
Rosa,
"This
I
one's for
guess."
Hansel." Put it in.
Hansel would like these.
All the animals are gonna be like,
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
All the critters.
Flies are definitely going to be buzzing around you more than usual.
It's okay, Hansel likes it that way.
More than usual, which means there's always at least
Bring
one.
Hansel.
I imagine that.
Yeah.
did you bring food?
No,
Okay.
that's the best part.
Oh my god.
It's like
Wait,
bring a
did you
rotting
bring
ghoul
food?
corpse.
Yeah, I was like, come on.
I'm probably gonna dump
No,
it out
just the head in the
sometime.
jar, you know.
Yeah, just the.
So you mount up, you start heading out.
I'm a mule.
Yep, and it's just gonna follow the rest of them.
You need to name your mule.
It was told to you that its name was Burrow,
Yeah.
but that
Burrow.
doesn't necessarily need to be the name. Just saying that that's
Oh.
what it. They were. Yeah.
Okay.
So, being that this is a new morning, this is a new thing, everyone has 3 fortune.
Oh, praise God.
Wait, really?
How many do you guys need?
I need 2. Yeah.
+3 fortune. And that means this is the doom that you guys have compiled.
Nice.
Quite a
Yeah,
lot.
you get new doom.
I would usually say new doom, but I've got enough. I've got enough.
Yeah, you got
Dang
a
it.
point there.
I think you need more.
I will soon. You're heading down the everything's going to be a lot easier because you're being led by Jeremiah.
Okay.
You've got a full day's ride.
Okay. Is Jeremiah still in his cart, or is he just riding a?
He's
Still got his wagon.
Yep, his hearse.
Okay.
You definitely notice that it's not just a regular hearse. The suspension has been changed to actually handle more than just city streets.
Fire tree.
He's tricked it out.
Which remind me has 2 horses pulling it, right?
One.
Okay.
He just has one. And it's a black and it is a beautiful like Arabian with a really long mane.
Okay.
Totally black. If anybody goes by it though, it definitely snorts and it kind of nips at them.
Got some fight in it.
Yeah.
Yes.
Arabians are
Oh,
they're
yeah.
skittish normally.
Yeah. But it's like really well built too. It's almost kind of like a quarter horse build, but definitely you can tell Arabian with longer tassels of fur at its
It does
hooves.
the little like
Gorgeous. It's
It-
a gorgeous
block
horse.
because it's an Arabian.
Yep, and it's got a tude.
Okay.
and it only is okay with Jeremiah. It's like straight up like
Like that.
affectionate towards him.
That's cool.
How fitting.
Yeah, and so you've got a full day's ride.
Okay.
You can have conversation or have it quiet. You've got your multiple mules.
Tulak's gonna ride in the back, and he's not being standoffish per se,
Okay.
but his instinct is, of course, to try to protect everybody so he can stay in the back since Jeremiah's leading.
Okay.
And also it gives him a little bit of peace and quiet. But he's not being standoffish to you guys. He's just thinking.
Okay. Well, you're far enough back. You can actually talk to yourself if you want.
Oh, he's gonna talk to that. For sure. Okay, so then, well, let's see. What kind of, do I need to roll a discipline if I'm going to talk to the axe and ride the mule? Because my animal handling is only a 9.
Well, no, because the thing is if you're far enough back, the mule can, you'd be able to.
Okay.
The mule's just gonna follow. 'cause
Okay.
he
It
doesn't-
just the reason why you guys had to do animal handling in that gorge because
Mhm.
that path wasn't necessarily awesome.
Gotcha.
This one is a well.
It's like well trodden. Okay. Well, then he's going to pick up the axe, and he's going to hold it up so that it can float around him doing the circles that it's normally doing.
Okay.
You're
And
just
he-
gonna do the you're
It's just
gonna do
us, right? Are we in the middle of town, or I thought we were out of town?
You're out of town, but
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
If any of us look back,
Yeah.
though,
Yeah,
This is
none
like,
of
what's
us
the-
none of
yeah.
us have seen the axe
Yeah.
flow.
None of except for like in battle.
In battle.
Wait,
Yeah.
I've seen it.
Wait, yes,
Yes.
you
I-
have.
but I don't
Nobody
know you've seen
knows.
it.
Yeah, yeah.
He's-
Okay. So you
Tulak
can-
is not as concerned with what you guys
Okay.
think about that in this sense.
Okay. So, but
He doesn't care.
you
about
lift
what
it up and it just feels like an axe at the moment. You haven't.
Oh, I was afraid of that.
Well, you haven't said anything to it.
Exactly.
So-
Okay, so he's gonna close his eyes because the mule's doing its thing. He's gonna reach back into that nub in his mind where he's associated. That all right, that well in his mind. Is that a better word?
Yeah.
No, I liked nub. Stick with nub.
He's gonna reach out to that mystic
My
river,
nub.
and he's gonna kind of focus in on that axe, and he's going to, what does he say? Really, what he cares about, of course, is asking about Lily. But he knows if he starts with that, the axe is not going to like it. So instead, he's going to.
How are you supposed to know what?
Yeah, how do you do that?
Yeah.
Well, he doesn't, but that's what he thinks.
Okay. All right. Just,
Tulak makes a lot of assumptions very quickly.
you know
so-
what? You know what that does.
Yeah, I do know what that does. Tulak doesn't.
Such a
yet.
strange way of thinking for someone that's not this skin color.
Vote for Jeff in political office 2024. Okay, so reach out to the axe, and he's going to say, can you hear me?
Roll a persuasion. You need 2 successes.
We're just gonna go for it here. One success. Gosh dang.
Just 1?
Yep. Just 1. Because I need just 1, but yeah, just 1.
Do you want to succeed at a cost?
Oh. Oh.
There's the hint. I mean,
What does this mean if I succeed at the
It's
cost?
just a cost. Just a
What,
cost.
how can you use this cost, sir?
They're just there to remind me that certain people have
pay
succeeded
the
at
cost.
Is this like your version of a fortune coin?
Oh no, I have different for that.
Oh.
I just have to pay 3 doom.
Oh gosh, I gotta stop giving you doom.
Oh no, it's I'll keep giving it because
Makes the game spicy. Yeah, sure, I'll succeed at the cost. I've never
Okay.
done it, so let's learn here.
Okay, cool.
Frederick and I are no longer the only ones who've done
Yep.
that.
Yep. So
I gotta learn somehow, so let's do it.
okay, so I can always hear.
Okay. He's just gonna sit on that for a minute.
Okay. What is that?
Is that Jeff?
No. We don't know what that sound is.
Oh, okay.
Oh, it's over on you guys.
Yeah, and it doesn't make any sense.
That's the ghost.
I know.
At first I thought it was
It's
somebody
the
else.
axe.
snoring.
I know.
Sounds like a little wind-up frog.
It's very
and then
musically
a teeth
inclined.
go.
Yeah. Well, it sounds or like a really cheap roulette table. I'm like,
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
like
Okay, so he's going to say, my apologies for how I reacted last night. Can you tell me what happened to Lily?
nothing.
Is that like a nothing or a nothing?
Why did you show me that?
I didn't show you anything.
The axe said that?
Yep.
And
Ooh,
so...
is that his dreams?
Oh, this is spicy. Okay, so...
Is that what you really want?
Is that the axe asking me?
Yeah.
No, that's not what I want.
Then why did you show that to me?
It was me.
It's me.
I'm over the bed.
Tulok's like totally caught off guard by this. I didn't show you anything. At least not on purpose, and definitely not of someone dying.
I just imagine one of us looking back and going,
I want to be just outside the range of the floaty axe, waiting for him to open his eyes.
Oh, you... Okay, just roll an animal handling to
Oh,
control.
no.
Dude, don't get too
yeah,
close.
just kill in your middle.
Okay, no, because the axe is not floating right now.
Okay.
Oh.
Yeah, remember he said that it didn't start floating around,
But I
he's just
know
like
it
an axe.
floats.
You do.
Okay,
Yeah.
so I know that going into it.
He's just
Luckily.
staying a safe distance.
I'm actually gonna give him some more doom.
Okay,
just
all you
one-
guys see
one-
right now is
how-
me
how much?
grabbing-
Just roll one more dice.
Oh, the camera's over here, so it's like that's all you see. I'm just holding
Yeah,
up.
I know, but it'd be like, what?
One success.
One success?
Barely.
Alright.
Okay, like you're kind of moseyed up like in tandem and the
Are you just like staring at
Yeah,
him?
I'm just like.
okay.
How did I show you that? And if it wasn't me, then what else could have done that?
It's a wonderful question.
Next question.
Tulok is like totally confused. His whole world has just been turned upside down again. Do you know, or Do you know that something else is here? Is there something else involved?
You are such a child.
Boy.
And just like you hear like that crunching of stone.
Mm-hmm.
It's almost like a growl.
Okay.
And your eyes are still shut, so there's kind of like a subconscious flash, you know, that weird, like you're almost having a thought.
Mm-hmm.
And it's the weird sensation like of like a gift and
Okay.
associated with Lily
Okay.
from the axe.
A gift associated with Lily from the axe.
Or Lily is a gift from the axe.
Oh.
Huh? Lily's death
Okay,
is a
so
gift. Or Lily's
I'm gonna roleplay that because I don't know what that means.
That's why I want. It's just that weird thought just kind of popped. Like he was like, you're literally kind of getting the emotions and almost thoughts of this.
Okay.
And this entity only communicates kind of when it's spoken to.
Okay.
You're kind of getting that, but you're getting like.
Okay, so I am young, but I'm strong, and I had. And
you
I'm
definitely feel it. You feel a laugh.
Okay.
It's just like.
And I'm willing to learn. What is this with Lily? What's going on? I can feel you doing something. Help me understand what this is.
The great part is you're speaking this out loud, and he's
Yeah.
right next to you.
Yeah.
He's like,
Yep.
like
She
writing
just
it.
getting everybody's teeth.
And
He's
Tulok
like-
definitely he's realizing
he's
now
got Lily, and he's like,
that the axe is only
With the rope.
responsive as far as communication goes. So he's learning. That's why he keeps trying to draw it back out with conversation.
Roll a persuasion.
I've got a little cup of tea.
That was all because you chose to succeed at a cost. You didn't have to roll that whole time.
Oh, okay. I see.
I wanted to make it worth it.
And now that will kill us.
Would you like an extra doom, sir?
oh
More
my
doom, more
gosh.
doom.
Wow. Wow.
Pile it on.
You know how much doom he took when he almost killed me?
2 successes.
Awesome.
Noise.
That's a 14.
Okay,
Yeah, just 2.
repeat your question more
Okay.
poignant.
Okay. What is this? What are these thoughts and these feelings with Lily? What does this mean? What's going on? Can you help me understand what this is?
Spicy tea.
Oh.
That takes a lot of the fun out of this. I'll just leave it at that. And besides,
What?
the one-handed one is listening in.
Ooh.
How dare you? Throw the biscuit at the axe.
Tulok's
You
I'm
can't
just
hear
kidding, I
it,
know.
but
You can't. Tulok's gonna very. Hang on, I gotta probably roll for this discretion, but very
What?
subtly open one eye
Okay.
to where because he's gonna come back a little bit to
Yep.
his ears and hear where their hooves are. He's gonna open one eye very subtly to try and
I
see.
wanna
No,
make
you don't need to. You can do it subtly. So
Okay.
it's
Oh.
going to be his observation.
Yeah, I want to
if
make
he
an
notices.
observation to see if I see it.
Yeah.
Okay, well then he's gonna just do that, and then he's gonna close.
Because he'll do an observation, and then we'll know what your success rate is for stealth.
Oh, I see. So it's like a contest.
Yeah.
Okay.
I did not observe him.
That makes it easy because my stealth is not great.
Okay, so he kind of opens his eyes very slightly.
Yep. So he's gonna look and he's gonna see Tulok, or he's gonna see Cedric,
Seasons.
and then he's gonna close his eyes again and go back to the
Yeah.
space.
Yeah.
And he's just gonna pause for a second, and he's gonna say, are there other ways to communicate with you? And he's hinting at, hopefully the axe can tell, but he's hinting at ways that can't be overheard by people around.
Make an observation.
I prefer, and then you just get flashes of just carnage.
Noted. So then
you're seeing visions of your dad, like with the claymore and him reaching his hand out with a big grin on his face, getting splattered with crimson.
okay.
And then the axe just whizzes by his head, and then like flashes of emotion from both of them. Like that's kind of.
Yeah, gotcha.
Then also you go back to the time, like that reoccurring dream that you had when your dad like decimated those 5 guys.
Mm-hmm.
But that one was a different kind of emotion.
Okay.
That was like the axe had malice and excitement, and your dad had like a sorrowful hate.
Okay. Kind of like a resignation, like I have to do this kind of thing, even if he didn't want to.
Well,
Avenging, maybe?
do put in consideration that's as he was leaving. So
Okay. Yeah.
then this one is a little bit different. You see your dad standing at the top of a strange structure,
Okay.
and he's dressed with draping, like kind of pieced together, like drapings, I guess, and like definitely gold.
Okay.
His hands are out, and he's just grinning as like these people are on these different like stone tablets, and their chests are rupturing open, and their hearts are just kind of flying, and then the axe is spinning around, just slicing the hearts in half. Like you got like 12 people just all happened all at once, and just like, and then that one was just pure like the axe was like
Mine's
really happy about that one.
That's
Yeah.
like,
Oh,
holy
yeah.
fuck,
I
was
know.
like,
I took too much.
You guys couldn't survive in my head.
Yeah. So you're roll a oh man, forget the roll. This is gonna be more of you're kind of getting the he'd prefer emotion in that.
Uh-huh.
So
In combat, or just in general.
that's just kind of what he.
Yeah. Okay. Yep.
And you're kind of getting like he's a very powerful thing, and to make sure it's almost like to make sure you don't die. He's like he'd rather just keep it simple, but there's moments where he can.
Okay. So then now that I've gotten that, I'm gonna try to emotionally just send out that I've understood what he means, that he
Okay.
likes to. That way I can start building this emotional communication with him. And
You notice that his left nostril's bleeding. Yeah.
okay. So after I've done that, I'm going to. What's he do at the moment? I'm gonna roll observation, see if I can feel that touching my lips, because he doesn't have facial hair to block it.
No, you don't have any facial hair to block it. You definitely feel something, but it could be sweat.
Oh, okay, yeah, perfect. Okay, so then I'm just gonna keep going.
Yeah, you don't.
So then, yeah, because it's the desert, so he's gonna
Yeah.
sweat. Yeah, no, that's perfect. Okay.
Yeah.
After he's done that communication, he's gonna say, what does he want to know? He's not gonna push it, because he's gonna try to understand everything he just learned. So instead he's going to say, please let me know if you see anything I'm missing. Otherwise, I'll be chatting with you again real soon.
You won't be able to handle what I see.
You can't handle the truth.
You can't handle the truth.
And he's gonna sit there for a second. He's just gonna accept that, and he's gonna go, okay.
Cool story, bro.
Talk to you later.
You definitely start feeling like something thicker on your upper lip, kind of dripping, intermingling with your sweat,
Okay.
kind of dripping down. It's going to be closer to your chin now. You definitely feel
Okay.
that.
And then I'm gonna say, I'm gonna go back to myself, and I'm gonna wipe my face like, what is this? And look at it. and see that it's blood.
Yep.
And I'm gonna look at the axe. And I'm just gonna slide the axe back in its little holster on my belt.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna pull it out because I have a little bandana thing in my
Yep.
my jacket. It's not a jacket. What is this called again?
Vest.
That's a vest.
Vest. Yeah, I'm gonna pull out my bandana and just start wiping my nose. I'm trying to play it cool. It's probably not cool to Cedric who's watching, but
Yeah.
yeah, we're just gonna start wiping it like.
And so he was talking out loud the whole time.
Yeah. When he looks over, I am holding a biscuit, like out to him in my metal arm, and I say, I was going to offer you a sour biscuit, but I noticed you were sleeping, and then you were talking in your sleep, and then you said something about Lily, and then you started bleeding, and then the biscuit falls out of his hand, and he's like,
can't hold it.
and then he's like, I tried to get away, but I'm not very good with animals. So he grabs another biscuit with his real hand, and he's like,
Tulok's gonna just take it.
and then
Thank you.
he kicks the donkey to go forward, but it just barely. And he's like, try
Tulok
not to-
says, thank you for the biscuit.
Yep.
Am I bleeding like pretty consecutively, or is it done now?
It was just a single. And the interesting thing is, like, you know, you can usually smell it.
Mm-hmm.
You don't.
Wow. Okay. And it was just like one thick stream.
String.
And it's done.
It was almost black.
Whoa. Okay, well then I'm
wait,
gonna...
did I see it's black?
You know, it was really
Probably
dark.
far
Yeah.
enough away that you wouldn't
Okay,
be able
okay.
to tell.
Well then I'm just gonna, now that I've wiped away the blood, then I'm gonna tuck it in my handkerchief back in my vest. And just start eating the biscuit and riding on.
Good guy, Cedric. Gives you breakfast.
Starts at 10 tomorrow, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Really appreciate when people ask me, of all people.
You're like,
Sure.
So I told him it's like
I think
8.
so.
Whenever you get there.
Not this end of it.
Never mind.
They know where pigs are. Okay.
Cool.
So.
That was fun.
Oh yeah. So people were definitely glancing back, seeing
Whatever.
some
Just
weird stuff going
talking to
on.
the axe.
Jeremiah did not glance back though, because
He does not care.
Well, Eddie has a cart. Like, you
Yeah.
can't just, like,
yeah.
he would have to, like, stand up to look around.
Yep, so he's got
first.
his boulder hat on. He's kind of leaning forward, and it looks like there's like a flip down thing, so you can kind of rest forward and just hold.
Not thrilled to be going back where we're going.
I want to ride up to Jade and Frederick and just say, I mean, eventually ride
Yeah.
up in my slot. Be like, Tulok talks in his sleep, isn't that weird? And then I just slowly come back.
I like the inconsistent speeds. It, like,
Yeah.
runs really far to catch up to the horses, and then it's, like, falling
That
behind.
poor mule's like,
Yeah.
oh man.
And then I pat the mule and say, sorry, Pedro.
Sorry, Pedro.
With your metal hand.
Yeah.
Like, bites your metal hand, you're like, oh.
No, pull it off.
Alright. Anyone else gonna do anything on the ride here?
Yeah. Any communications with anybody else, or you're just kind of a quiet ride to your thoughts?
Would Tulok talk to Jade about Lily at this point? I don't know. Because
Well,
the vision's pretty wild, so.
that's pretty.
Hey, so I had a dream that
I probably
killed-
just thought it was like you talking in your sleep, so like I didn't think it was.
Wait a minute. Tulok's gonna ride up to good old Frederick real quick.
Okay.
Because he saw the ghost apparition of whatever the heck it was you were talking to with that lady in a veil thing when he came in for the coffee cup.
Oh, you saw that?
Yeah, remember me and Cedric walked in right as
I
she
didn't
was
see
like
it.
dropping the cup or whatever. Didn't we see it? I thought we saw
You
it.
saw that?
Through the
I don't think we saw it.
through the eye.
Yeah,
The
through the
looking
eye
glass.
Did we look through the eye thing
Yes,
when we went
you
in?
guys
No,
did.
we did?
Yeah.
Yes.
And then you
Yeah.
drank
Sure,
the
Cedric.
coffee after, or the tea,
yeah,
or
you
whatever it
drank
was.
the
I just want to
Ah.
envision like Frederick and Jade are like riding together quietly, and like he's like, "Hey!" and everybody's like, "Hey!"
Hey, look.
Like,
Oh, and would Frederick have dropped those letters off before y'all went?
Yeah, because
Okay.
he would have wrote them before he went to bed and then dropped them off in the morning.
Okay, so you would have dropped those off, and they would have gone like just subtract $1. It'd be easier to.
Okay. Yeah,
So
I can do that.
So then Tulok's gonna ride up to Frederick. So how are you guys
Uh-huh.
riding? What's the situation?
Yeah,
so
what's
I know
the-
it's a role play here.
okay, so let me let's see here.
we need like a.
I'm probably back behind.
This
Just
is going
'cause
to
I'm
be
standing.
marching order. So there's Jeremiah and stuff in his front. Who is behind Jeremiah? I know Tulok's in the back. At the moment.
Yeah.
Do you want to move these?
I would have been second
No,
closest to the back
so it
because
can
I'm
still be-
usually in the
I
back
would-
because my donkey with the
Yeah.
thing is slow.
I'll be right behind him, but a little bit to the right.
Okay.
Even though he's in my blind spot, my open spot is to the outside.
Ah.
Okay.
Clever.
Oh, okay. I would probably be on like the other side to cover his blind spot.
So there.
Yeah.
You know, I appreciate that.
You're
And
welcome.
then
I
I'm
would
guessing.
explain that to you. I would,
But if he
that's
moves
something
up,
I
I'm
would
in the
say to
back.
Jade, but it is not something I would confidentially say to Jeremiah.
Okay. All right.
Us-
Y'all are there. You can. You both definitely would have been. You hear on and off mumbling from Jeremiah. So.
Mm.
Tulok's gonna ride up in between Jade and Frederick.
Okay, so he's got to kind of.
Yeah, kind of go around.
I'm
Cedric
guessing
a little.
Cedric's kind of like this.
yeah.
Going back and forth. He's let me be clear that
I'm trying-
Tulok is not excluding you.
Yeah.
He's
I'm
not,
trying to
like,
stay
letting
close
you
to
out.
my donkey with the.
That's
The gun.
you lashed it to the hearse in essence.
Oh, okay.
To just make sure.
Yeah.
The animals that hold your gear hate everything.
They hate
That's too
life
bad.
itself.
Or they're just like, this sucks because it's heavy and it's not made for comfort.
Mhm.
So
Well, yeah.
because you have 2 extra mules with you, one with the power and then one with your camera, your gear, and
Mhm.
and the gun. So
Extra material girl. Okay.
yeah.
So then Tulok's gonna ride up in between
Yep.
Frederick and Jade, and he's gonna say, his society's pretty good. So he's just gonna ride up and he's gonna say, "You may have noticed I've been acting strange today."
You got that right.
You'll notice Frederick has to turn his whole head toward you instead of just glance over.
Yeah. Because you're in his blind
Yeah.
spot. You brought up his blind spot.
I sure did. And Tulok's, he's looking down, he's gonna say, I had a dream. And in this dream, a certain associate of ours, and he's gonna look back at Cedric because he doesn't want to get made fun of, and he's gonna go, "It's Lily."
Are you talking about Lily? I just realized.
I'm guessing that you
You said that in your sleep.
You're like kicking the mule hard.
Because I
It's
heard
like-
dream and then he went real quiet and I was
Yeah.
like, hmm.
Incredible. After you say that so loud, now he's like, well, the cat's out of the bag. So now he's
It
okay.
was always out of the bag.
Now he's gonna.
everything's the hearse slows down and Jeremiah like
I knew that was coming.
we just
I write up to Jeremiah. He was talking in his sleep about
Everyone's
it.
like, fill my cup.
Yeah, everybody's like.
I offer Jeremiah schnapps.
so you go up.
Yeah. After I say
He's
he's
just
talking in
getting
his
like-
sleep about her.
He's like, what the heck?
Don't be shy.
Thank you, but not now.
more
And
from me, Sid.
he just like, what have I gotten myself into? He just
No.
reaches down, he pulls out a really dark green bottle that y'all didn't see. Oh. just kind of.
Poor guy.
But he's turning to make sure his left ear
I'm,
is towards
I'm more distracted by the bottle.
Oh, and then he offers it to you.
Yes. I'll take it.
Okay.
And then I raise it.
Yep. Do you take a swig? Do
Oh,
you
I
sniff
swear,
it?
I don't even.
Do you not even smell
I'll
it?
sniff it. I'll sniff it just to see like if I recognize it.
It has no smell.
Oh man.
It has no smell.
It's just water.
Good luck.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And then do you take a swig?
I say if I die, it's on you. I just drink it.
Roll a resistance.
Hey,
Oh, no.
Okay,
It's
now.
nice knowing ya.
Okay. Roll a resistance.
You didn't even ask what it was.
No, I don't care if it's alcohol. Cedric loves it. Where is my resistance?
Thunderbolt.
Oh, I had it. Oh, I need another dice.
Oh, thank you. Is that a?
I
deal?
need another dice.
Just one.
My resistance
one?
is terrible. I'm not gonna give you that much. All right, here we go. God willing. Ah! No, I thought that was a 2. It's a 12. I do not resist this drink.
Okay.
No.
You, with your left hand. Okay,
Yeah.
You take. Well,
I
first.
feel like I'm
Fall
on.
off the
Maybe
mule.
they're right. I don't know.
Well, first you take the reins and you wrap it around your prosthetic hand.
Yeah.
And you take it and because it had no aroma, you chug.
Oh no.
You take probably like 3 shots worth. Then the 4th one kind of forces, and you have enough time to hand it off, and then instantaneous burn going down and up through your nostrils.
Nice.
Then you start getting warm,
This is moonshine.
Alcohol.
really warm.
Mm-hmm.
Then the flavor hits you.
Mm-hmm.
This is moonshine.
And does it taste like?
Pure chemicals.
Nice.
Like, it's you've tasted moonshine before.
Mm-hmm.
You have no flippin' clue what this is.
Oh shoot.
You don't know if it's was made in a lab or they dug it up somewhere. But you are inebriated.
Nice.
So it was good.
Oh, it was
real good.
Yeah,
Like
but
Cedric is not a Cedric we need right
but
now.
just so you know, your throat and mouth,
Burns.
it's numb.
Nice.
It's like numb pain.
Dude, you went straight for it, my guy.
And Jeremiah has been drinking it like water. So
His tolerance has gotta be insane.
now,
Or he's just always so drunk. It's like his like.
That's why it takes him so long to talk. It's not a
I'm
draw. It's his
disappointed in
thinking.
Cedric.
okay, now
Numbers.
just to make this like, there's probably a rule for it, but everything for like coordination is going to be like one step more difficult.
Nice. Okay.
Talking, let's have fun with that. But because
So
but
am I
it-
slurred or am I just like a little drunk?
this was a hard liquor. This was a hard liquor, so it's affecting your body mainly.
Yeah.
So the
You
slurring,
got that like.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm just like. Oh.
Doing now.
Yeah, and you're just like, whoa. You're definitely
I like that stuff.
yeah, because it hit you like a ton of bricks, like real fast.
I want to slump over as I'm giving him like, what's in that?
You're like, I don't know. Just-
Okay. Okay. And then I don't know what I do. I'm just, I guess, keep riding.
all right, so that
But
all happened as you were starting your.
Yeah. And Chula's gonna.
I want to
kinda
be back.
notice
I
this.
want to be back there. Yeah.
Wait, so you're
Okay.
gonna slow down, like.
Well,
you're-
after Jeremiah turned to look,
Yeah.
Tulok's gonna start projecting his voice louder so
Okay.
that Jeremiah doesn't have to strain.
like, all right.
Yeah,
Well, I'm
Tulok's just gonna
strained,
include
alright.
him. Yeah,
Okay.
because Tulok noticed, but he never pursued that Jeremiah, because he observed Jeremiah taking note of Lily, so he knows it. He just never pursued it. So he's gonna say, yeah, I had a dream, and in that dream,
Keep it appropriate. Jeremiah just says it.
I want Cedric
Too
to
long.
laugh really loudly. Just drunk laugh.
I want to envision like Jade's like lighting her pipe.
Well, okay, so do you? Okay, I'm thinking.
I'm never telling you guys nothing again.
Hey, I'm listening.
Okay. Doing that on a horse is not easy. So, okay. I'm not gonna have you roll. 'Cause
Yeah,
you're
Use
like
fortune
animal
for it.
Yeah,
noise.
it's redonkulous. Yeah, here. Okay. All right. So sorry about that.
Successes. That's all right. He's gonna say it wasn't that kind of dream.
Oh.
In my dream,
Shucks.
I just thought
Oh man.
Tulok's gonna look up at Jeremiah like, in my dream, I thought great harm had come to Lily. And I thought that it had come from certain articles I carry.
The axe.
Like your clothes.
Is that you asking?
I would
Is that
just say.
Jade
I would
asking?
just say the axe.
And then you're like,
Yeah.
the axe.
Tulok's
Straight up
gonna,
looking and then like the smoke slowly coming out.
Tulok's gonna look at you and then he's gonna. Yes. At first, I thought it was the axe, but there is something else. Something else is aware of our actions. Something else is either trying to manipulate me or all of us. And we need to be very careful of what's going on around us, and we need to start communicating more.
Yes, I'm drunk.
Yeah,
Yep.
we need to start. All of us need to start sharing with each other anything weird, any knowledge and skill sets you have. We have to start working together because something else is going on here.
Jeremiah's like
I,
slowing down even more. What the hell?
Yeah,
I
Jeremiah's
just-
like,
I just
what?
want to envision like Jade taking the pipe out of her mouth and just blowing out all the smoke.
I yell, oh, I'm manipulated, all right. Just
Tulok's gonna shake his head and he's gonna say, "Can anyone see or check on Lily and see if there's anything happening to her, where she's at right now?"
We're all here.
I mean, you saw her.
You just start heading forward.
Jeremiah does?
Yeah, you just.
And well, when Tulok said that, he looks at Frederick very obviously.
Wait,
like,
is Frederick? So I saw Frederick and his spooky ghost girlfriend, wife, married. I don't know.
No, that's
Okay.
spooky.
his death.
So since I'm drunk and I saw that, I want to yell out, Frederick, ask your spooky girlfriend. And I'm drunk.
Jade's
I'm
like-
Now, you right now you're kind of recollecting that Jeremiah came right after Duncan and Kent like disappeared, so he had not seen that. His reaction to a lot of what
What's
you guys are
going on?
talking about is like, what the flying over what?
He's not a believer, huh?
Well, you're nothing. You've seen him do some weird stuff, like
But like nothing like crazy like what he's
yeah. So you're just kind of connecting that,
And
like
I'm
the,
making note
yeah.
of that. As I still carry all of Duncan's things on my person.
Yep.
So after that shout, Tulok's gonna say, "It's time that we all come honest with each other and share what and who we are with one another." And yeah, and he knows it's not gonna go well, but because Tulok is who Tulok is, he's gonna pull out his axe and he's gonna hold it up like this, and
Just-
hopefully, if
It just
Froggy allows, yeah, it just falls. He's gonna hold it up, and it's gonna start spinning around his head, not close
Wait,
enough to be threatening.
Do you have to
Do a
roll for that?
sorcery.
You have to roll. I want to say as he says that, I yell out, I'm Cedric and I miss Hansel. Just, I don't know. That's it.
Please, God, please. Dang it! No successes, but no fails either.
He just
no
goes-
critical,
he
like
just goes-
no scary fails.
That's
A 13 and an 18. Oh no, is that a scary fail?
just
Oh, dang it.
just it starts going around, but you don't have control over it.
Oh no!
It's
So this
it's
axe starts
it's-
floating around his head.
yeah, it's going wobbly, and it comes close to the brim of your hat and
Like
like,
slices it?
slices it slightly, and you're like, just get it back. that'll be one of those.
Okay.
I just want to envision
Your
like
hat's messed
Jace
up.
moves away a little bit,
Yeah, so-
tries to
yeah.
a little further.
And then
Burn my hand. I'm like,
then as it goes to your hand, it like spins quick and there's a slight nick on your thumb.
okay. Not enough to be like anything excessive, but just enough to be like,
It spins once around and the blood does come out, and then the second time around the blood's gone. The cut's still there.
oh, whack. Okay, cool.
And you're like,
Yeah.
Observe that?
Can I? Well, yeah.
You-
Did anyone observe that?
Oh, they did.
Yeah, we all were
Okay,
there.
all right,
yeah,
great.
you told them.
Okay, great. So then Tulok's
We
gonna
try
just.
to be honest, Tulok. What are you
Yeah,
talking
I
about?
know.
I know. Guys, hard. He's gonna stick it in his belt, and he's gonna say, "My name is Tulok. You know this, and you also know I'm from the north. But what you don't know is I'm tracking my father, who went missing, and I'm trying to find out more about what this axe is, who's behind this axe, and how much power it has."
Thaddeus kind of
Told them
session
that,
one.
I remember that. Yeah, but Tulok's trying to like
Okay,
put
okay,
all the
all right.
cards on the table.
All right.
Yeah, obviously you guys know some of that, but he's just trying to give it all out, trying to set the example.
And you're projecting, and Jeremiah is like still kind of.
Yep.
He wanted to get some distance between this, like heart to heart moment.
Yeah.
It just seems a little bit too much for him.
Yeah, that's fair.
You can see the bottle up again,
He's
and
like, no.
and you hear the clanking of it going down. You hear and puff of smoke. Just. And it's a while before you see the exhale.
Long.
So then Tulok's gonna say, I think it's time we all share with each other. Is there anyone else that has something they'd like to share? And he's gonna look directly at Frederick.
Oh!
What in the
Oh!
Okay, so you look at Frederick, and the first thing I say is, firstly, you have less control over that than last time.
Tulok's not gonna say anything. He's just gonna kind of give a little bit of a kind of nod.
I rolled bad. Say
Okay.
that out loud.
I'm
My
tired.
player sucked.
Yeah, I'm tired. That's a good answer.
I kind of thought it might be a little obvious, but you remember there was papers on me that Thaddeus had, so I'm retired military. There's a lot of baggage there, and I come from a wealthy family in the Louisiana territory, and but because of my dealings with people that don't necessarily associate with people that I came from, I was looked down upon and got great shame to my family. Okay, so I see the head nodding, and I'm like, okay, so you want more?
Go on.
And
You definitely track that the hearse is slowing down for Fredericks.
Oh, okay.
and because I associated with them and neglected my studies and took mentorship with the Queen of New Orleans,
Look at Jade like, who's that?
Jade would not.
Okay.
Jade's not.
because I associated with myself with the Queen of New Orleans, yeah, there was a lot of a backlash to recover from. Not that I cared about, but you know, I'm an unfortunate circumstance that it came to my family, and I learned a lot of stuff along the way from them, and I wouldn't trade it for the world, because the LeBeaus are more like family to me than my own family. I see the more head nodding, and I'm like, okay.
Tell us more about this mentorship. Do you have any special abilities that we should be privy to?
Okay, number one, you saw him suck the life out of a guy.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
You saw me turn
yeah.
you to ash.
Yeah, but
No,
Tulok's
no,
trying
you-
to butter you up.
His blood turned to ash, but he crumpled up into like a little mummy thing that you don't know where that went.
That's right, that's man.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, well then let me rephrase my question. Then Tulok's gonna say, is that how you learned to do the things back to that man?
Absolutely.
The things you did to that man.
Yeah. Tulok doesn't know what that's
Right
called.
away.
Where he's
No,
from, magic is very
absolutely, yes.
different.
Yes, I know how to control a man. I know how to siphon the life essence from a man. I know how to, can't remember the other things I can do right now. Give me a moment. I know how to fashion implements that protect people, as the one that I made for all of you, my friends. And recently, I have walked on other planes during my sleep and exchanged conversation and well-meaning with supernatural beings. Clears his throat and just kind of like looks forward.
Tulok's gonna go. Thank you for sharing, Frederick.
Frederick.
Oh, wait, and then he's gonna turn back to you. He's going, oh wait, that ghost, that of the sheriff, Colonel Duncan. Yes, I summoned that, but I wasn't even there.
Nice.
I'm gonna look over at you and be like,
Just
because I heard about all that, but I slept through it.
Frederick, you feel like a weird, like a coldness, like from this part of your jaw that goes there, and just.
Oh, she gave you a
Well,
little.
I'm gonna look over to where I feel that.
Nothing.
Well, obviously, but I'm just looking over
Alright.
there to pay respects.
Alright.
And then I'll look back at Tulok and Jade and everybody and I'll go, but I did it with help. And if you're wondering whether or not I can keep an eye on Lily, I can. In fact, I'm keeping an eye on Thaddeus right now because he's one of my friends and I would like him to stay protected while we're gone. For though he's not weak, in essence, his body is still partly frail, and I would like to return him to a state of well-being. Or help him to achieve that.
I'm stronger than people that are weaker than me.
Huh?
Oh, cool. Okay. I thought that was like a whole new level of doom or something, like a plague beast. I was terrified.
It's worth it, I
While
guess.
Frederick was talking about Thaddeus, Jade would have touched her necklace.
Okay.
Oh.
Aw.
Oh.
So then after. Oh, go ahead,
Anything
Frederick.
else?
Tulok's gonna go. Thank you, Frederick. He's gonna look over at Jade. Is there anything that you feel like you should share with us that you haven't already?
My dog can heal me. Like it would be like just I want to imagine like everybody. She's like.
Cedric goes, I've seen him! He's a good boy.
Is this the spectral animal protector that
you have not. You're the only one that
hasn't seen it? Yeah, I've just heard about it. That's why I'm asking.
Yes.
He's
and
very cute.
He's not always that deadly.
Is he here now?
He is.
He's gonna readjust a little, like try to like look around a little bit.
And I can command him and summon him. That's why he protects me. You weren't there, but that's why he came that one time in the cemetery. And then
A bond
the
that surpasses
bedroom.
death is most impressive.
Yeah.
That was a good line.
Thank you.
So then Tulok's gonna look over at Cedric. Cedric, my friend, is there anything else that you can share with us?
He goes, I got beaten by a zombie. That was why this isn't here. He goes, and
So the first
What?
time you talk about a zombie. Awesome.
Yeah.
What's a zombie?
It is a thing. It is dead, but not dead. It bites you, and then
Like
you
a
become one. Kind of like a ghoul. Was it ghouls? Would I have known it was ghouls?
Yeah, you
Back
guys
then.
have talked about it, yeah.
I've seen it because with Thaddeus and we all summoned that one. and
But like
Thaddeus-
back then, was it ghouls? Or was it actual zombies?
You really don't know what that
Okay,
was.
I'm just gonna say zombie.
Yeah, it's because you looked into it. It was because
Mhm.
they were a lot of them were definitely dead but still moving. Like that
Mhm.
cat when it got cut
Yeah.
in half and then both halves started attacking. Yeah, that's definitely kind of
Yeah, dude, that was scary.
Yeah, honestly, that was stuff
So
out of
did
Nightmare.
you mention zombies?
It's good.
I'm saying zombies because I don't know at the time what they
Yes,
were.
Yeah.
Cedric mentioned them.
Yeah. So I had.
Well, then I'm gonna turn back at you. I'm gonna say, how did you make a zombie?
I did not make the zombie. It was a very long story with my awful father. And I go. He had this weird paper, and I was very young and naive, like my 20s, 30s. And I was curious, you know me, and worst got to worst, and there's these little dots on the paper, and they started infecting. It infected a cat. The cat was very scary. I hate cats now because of that. And I
Hence
somehow
the
got
word
over it.
So your father cast a spell and made a zombie.
I have no idea. All I know is now my arm is missing, and I'm blaming him to do this again.
Okay.
Oh, he did have these spooky rings I've been looking out for, so, and I'll probably describe it to him.
Okay.
Can I hear it? What does it look
Yeah,
like?
we're all right there.
Yeah.
What was it? It was the Chimera on one of
Yep,
them?
2 different types of chimeras.
Yeah.
Ooh.
One
trying to
is
find text.
a chimera with like a bearded man
Mhm.
from the Sumerian, and then the other one was actually a Greek form of. But so like the ring itself had like a snake on the outside,
Mm-hmm.
and then a lion and a goat.
Yeah. I was trying to find where you. But yeah. And I'm kind of trying to find those rings again, because I'll probably explain that they are like from some kind of like organization.
Yep. Do you explain what Thaddeus had told you?
Yeah. Yes. To him. If they hear it, whatever. But
Okay.
Just.
Thaddeus kind of he knows that there's an organization
Mhm.
that kind of split off into 2 different things. You are inebriated. Would you have remembered the names of them, or?
No.
Okay. You just
If he gets me later, then yes. But.
okay. But there's an organization. It's very, very old, and they keep.
It's like the Illuminati.
Kind of. A nicer version.
It's nicer and more terrifying. Like they keep records. They keep sciences. There's word that they're the ones that actually know what Greek fire is.
Oh.
Or they're associated with ones that. They're one of the many groups that possibly exists, but they split off. One of them was a pacifist group, and then the other one wanted to fight something.
Okay.
But Thaddeus does not know why they split off to fight something. Like what were they trying to do?
Interesting. Very interesting. But Thaddeus doesn't know.
So,
Wow.
well, but he knew that those.
Yeah,
something
like-
that.
That's pretty impressive.
So.
And then very drunkenly he points at Friedrich with his good finger and goes, I did not create the zombies. That is not my fault. And then I...
And, oh, okay. Well, and I'll explain to Cedric, and I'll go. So, in my understanding, a zombie is either a man completely controlled by another person, or a person raised back from the death, but in the control of another person. I've seen the Lavos do it. That's why I was curious.
Well, I saw a man dead, and then he was not. There you go.
Can you describe how he moved?
Mm,
Probably not.
I'm drunk.
But you're drunk, and then that's a really sore subject.
Yeah.
So.
Ironically, this is probably the most we could get out of you.
Yeah.
about
He's
it.
not talking about
I was gonna
anything.
say, this is like our second time we've had this like camaraderie and like.
I think the only person who semi knows about it would be Tulok, but you didn't really see it. You saw me like talking to like a door.
Yeah, I didn't, and it was quick too. It was only like 30 seconds before you realized it and pulled your
And-
thing down.
Jeremiah glances back and he starts speeding up. He's like,
Because he's the last one on the list.
Yeah, we're all like.
Well, I wonder if. So.
And he can't go
Remind-
super fast because he got the mules.
Yeah. Remind me, Thaddeus said he was forever a part of our team, or just for this assignment, just a part of our team?
We don't know.
I think just a second.
Oh, okay.
It was just the assignment.
Probably, but he could be with us for more. So
Well, Thaddeus is, or not Thaddeus, golly. Tulok, after Cedric has shared that very intense thing about zombies, is gonna shout out, if there's anything you'd like to share with us, you're welcome to, but I know you're kind of new, so you don't have to if you don't want to.
Just a big billow of smoke. You ain't white, but you're still crazy.
Gold. Okay, that's funny.
he's you can definitely get him. He's just like, stay the heck away from
I
me.
imagine the rest of the ride we don't be like chatty.
Yeah,
Yeah, for sure.
You're a lot more
Chatty.
open, and he is just.
He's like, nah, not me, but the rest of us are like, this is good. This is good. Okay, is there any? I kind of drove that scene, so if anyone else has something they want to role play, feel free.
no, I'm told enough.
You're.
He's probably coming down.
I mean, if they ask me about one thing, I'm not saying.
Oh my gosh. One of us has to like get the reins and like
Keep pulling
lead
it back
his.
in.
Every once in a while, probably, but nightfall, you actually.
Wait a second.
What?
How do you know about the person that I was talking to?
An hour goes by.
Yeah,
and
yep.
Frederick's like,
That's on brand.
wait.
Yep.
Tulok's gonna smile and go, Cedric has a looking glass, and we
Y'all-
saw her.
y'all-
The looking glass.
Yeah. Cedric has a looking glass.
We
that-
all looked through it.
I
He
know.
looked through it. He looked through it.
I know, guys. Come
I saw a spooky, but yeah, spooky lady.
We didn't, maybe Cedric saw, but I couldn't see her face behind some kind of silk veil of some kind.
Yeah, she wears a
I don't remember anything right now.
I
But
just
that's
like
how we saw her.
gently reach out and pull the wheel back closer.
Okay. All right then.
Why don't you eat a biscuit?
I gave some all to them.
I've given them all.
Is it,
away.
well, I gave them all but one. This is for Hansel.
I think
Aw.
Hansel would be
It's
okay
got
too.
five.
It was probably in your bag before.
Yeah, it's like old. It's like concrete
rock
at this
hard,
point.
yeah.
Ugh.
You could kill the
You
man.
guys are like having family again.
Go. I didn't pay attention because I'm
That
drunk and I
was
knock on the.
You remind me of my
Bingo.
nosy siblings.
Tulok's gonna clasp a hand on your shoulder. Well, you can't see me in the camera. Oh, is this your tattoo on?
No.
He's gonna like go like this.
Is this
and
your tattoo on?
She just got a new tattoo for the
Yeah.
viewers, that's why. And he's gonna shake your shoulder like this. And because he's so big and muscular, it's probably harder than it needs to be, but he doesn't realize it. And he's like,
It's just real awkward all around.
yeah,
but-
super awkward probably. And he's like, he goes, you guys are like my tribe.
Wow.
You definitely hear like, you make it end.
I'm like, you guys are like the thieves I ran around with.
I go, my family sucked.
You guys are like those zombies.
Ugh.
Oh. You just hear like no.
My family
End
sucks.
this, please.
So is it, did you say it was getting towards nightfall or are we still, okay.
You're almost to the town.
Okay, cool. Tulok's gonna then shout out, Is there anything we need to be on the lookout for as we get closer to the town?
Getting shot in your
Banditos.
sleep, you guys suck.
That's not very nice.
Then one of us will need to take a watch.
Oh, forget it. Oh my gosh.
This isn't worth what I'm getting paid.
Well, we'll stop at the hotel first thing in the morning. I guess we'll go to the oddities and curiosities, I guess. So.
Tulok's gonna know and be like, okay, great.
Do you have any oddities and curiosities, Jeremiah?
Well, the group I'm with, yes.
Each and every one of you idiots.
Alright.
I
Jay's
can't.
like,
And
tips
he's
her
like,
back.
I can't tell which eye I'm supposed to look at. He just speeds up again.
And is the middle finger offensive at this point?
Sure. Yeah.
So he's just gonna put it to his good eye and go, this one.
That's clever.
Okay, and he's he
I can't see out of this one.
well, good for you. Just the when you going into town, it's kind of run down on the outside. There's looks like 3 or 4 saloons. You're guessing probably like maybe 200 people with all the folk going in and out.
Okay.
Jeremiah brings you to probably one of the bigger hotels. Rooms have already been kind of set up. There have been communication from Thaddeus, you're gathering, and yeah.
Individual rooms again? Okay.
Unless you had requested otherwise and no one.
No.
Yeah. So you know that there's a lot of money being spent on you guys on a consistent basis.
Yeah.
Nice.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, as we're heading down to us and go, does anyone want to get a drink, or are we ready to go straight to our quarters?
Am I still drunk?
You're
Or am I
You're-
buzzed now? Because
you're-
they're kind of like.
you're buzzed, but your throat still is tingly. Like you've never felt like that for so long. You could probably go for some more. You might be buzzed, but you're like,
I seem to have another.
Tulok's gonna.
Jeremiah's like,
Uh,
all right. He takes the sunglasses off and like pre-games again.
Okay.
I'd like to do some target practice. I feel a little bit out of practice since the injury.
He's gonna
I would
shoot
love
something.
to go with you to do some
Oh, all
target
right.
practice.
If you want to, you're doing that at night in town, or do you want to do that while you're on the road?
Yeah, night in town's gonna be challenging.
We're just killing people.
Well, I was hoping to do it in the town. Oh man, there's probably no time to.
Can they
do
go
it.
outside of town?
Yeah.
We
It's
could
gonna be
even do it
dark,
when we're
so-
traveling too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm gonna say do it while you're traveling because it's gonna be dark.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, so I'll do it in town where it's dark, and I'll just go pretty far out of town.
All right. Cool.
If that's alright with you,
Yeah,
Jade, if you're still.
Yeah.
What are you gonna shoot
I'm
in the
I'm
dark?
up to it.
Okay. Being that it's dark, everything would be one step more difficult in general.
No.
So that means
Can I
for
bring a
you,
lantern?
you can bring a lantern, but
If you shoot the lantern.
yeah.
Perfect.
Oh,
This is
jeez.
Jade
incredible.
would have gathered up like bottles and just random stuff that she
Yeah.
found in town.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Remember, you have
will
a
probably
bad
follow
eye,
you
too.
guys actually, because he's like, ooh, violence.
Random. The sound of gunfire is pretty soothing.
Well, and Jeremiah's like,
Sometimes.
all right, and just kind of goes off to the
Drink.
nearest saloon that you see.
Okay.
And you hear, as you guys are going to, there's female whistling, and then like excited that he's back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Back.
Yep.
Good for him.
Jeez, this guy gets around.
Yeah, we're.
You might walk
Remember,
in-
he used to work for the people in this town,
Alright, you're right.
so it makes sense that he would
Still
have been here.
pretty
Where do you go?
impressive.
Saloon. I'm getting more drinks.
Okay, so you go with Jeremiah.
Am I with him?
Yeah, you can be with
Okay.
him.
I'm like, ladies, thank you. I'm happily married.
They
Still a little drunk.
They definitely like.
And then I just laugh.
Yeah. So he
Jeremiah's like,
he sets up and he joins in a poker game.
I just go to the table. Or
Okay.
The bar.
Okay.
I'm just following you guys.
So you can do some target practice.
Okay.
I would have set up a bunch
So-
of little bottles and.
Like I'd set up the bottles and the cans, probably like a cow skull on like a fence post. Halfway between me and that, I'd put like the lantern, and
Ooh.
All right.
well, because I need to illuminate what I'm looking at. but-
Yes, you do. Roll to shoot at your target.
Okay.
To hit it, it is 3 success. It would be.
Yeah, because of his eye
It's
and then
3
dark.
successes to hit.
Tulok's just gonna sharpen his knife.
Okay.
He turns and accidentally shoots two.
Just
Now, thematically,
Yeah.
I'm not gonna give you anything because I expect that he should do bad.
okay.
But I just want to tell you like what would happen before I even roll these is like because Frederick shoots left-handed and it was his left eye that he would aim out of.
Yeah, he's left eye down.
It's obviously like
No.
it's gonna be different, and so like right away it's gonna like kind of he'll realize he's not aiming the right way, and so he'll trying to like readjust it, but still shoot with his left hand because he's just used to it. And then we'll see how crappy he does.
Jade would
And-
step back.
Yeah, Tulok's
Step.
sitting on something behind you, a safe distance, just sharpening his knife.
Now, I rolled a 14 and a 20. Take that as you will.
Oh, man.
Okay.
I'm glad I'm a safe distance back.
Right off the bat, you feel super confident, and the lantern explodes.
I knew it. I knew it.
You shot the lantern,
Okay.
and it just, and so like there's still, like there's oil on fire in front of all of you, and
I'm glad I
you're
didn't go.
you I'm guessing you just take your pistol, go up.
No, it's more sad than that. It's like
It was not.
looking at the pistol and just like realizing that you cannot do something that you used to do, and
Crime
like
is
he won't even
past.
put it back in the holster. He'll just drop his hand and just kind of like look off in the distance, or just stare at that fire.
Okay.
I think we can get you back shooting like you used to. I think it's just gonna take practice. Jade would say this as she's like kicking out.
Yeah.
Like real.
Tulok's gonna be trying to scoop some dirt up over onto the oil.
And that wasn't your.
Frederick is just swearing under his breath.
That wasn't the first shot. Like the other one, like you hit something, like you hit like far off from the post, but
Okay.
like one of your shots definitely took that out. So just subtract like 2 rounds, I guess. Let's just have it that way. So you're at the bar. Are you gonna be drinking heavily, or just are you gonna
No.
be people watching?
Yeah.
Okay. Are you just kind of keeping an eye on the whole thing?
Basically,
or
wherever
keeping
the most commotion is. Probably with
Definitely.
Jeremiah.
Jeremiah's table, it's getting crowded with the female persuasion.
Mm.
So.
The fangirl.
Yeah.
Okay, I wanna walk up
Word spreads
and
fast.
watch from like afar.
Okay. So you can
Observe what he's doing.
like I can.
Is he like gambling?
Yeah, he's
Okay,
playing
yeah, I'll watch
poker,
it.
and like he's playing with like a silver dollar, and he keeps like staring every single player down, and you can tell after he's looked at them that they're like
What they have, yeah.
they're like, oh. Like he's owning the table.
Gotcha. Quite kind of what I expected.
Yeah.
I don't know. There's not much for me to do. I'm just like hanging out.
Okay.
Jade would go ahead and shoot one of the bottles just because that's like.
When it's dark.
Just roll. When it's dark. So it's, you're going to need that would be 2 successes.
3 successes.
Oh,
Cool.
that's what he needed.
Yep.
Dude, she's a menace.
And
She's too good.
you hit the bottom of the bottle so it spins, and then when it lands on its head and it just explodes. You're like,
I just want to imagine like the gentleman style,
Yep.
like real.
Like that?
No,
never
like,
fan
where it's like-
the hammer.
Gentleman style is where you shoot like your like one
Yep.
arm
Yep.
and one arm behind your back.
Oh, yeah, okay, I got you.
Yep. So I'm guessing you'd use your old pistols
Yes.
for that.
Regular ammo. But
How's
just kinda
Frederick
like,
Frederick's ego right now?
In the dirt.
Yep.
He's like, I wish I would have gotten a drink.
Well, it's,
Yeah.
but he's very glad that she's a good shot because
Good
neither of you guys really use guns. Well, actually, Cedric has a shotgun.
have a
but
shotgun.
Tulak doesn't.
Tulak
I'm not
has
very
a
good,
6-shooter, but so far he
I have a
hasn't.
6-shooter too.
He's been too close every time
Or
he got in
Derringer,
combat
actually.
to really pull it out.
Yeah.
So.
So it's a 2.
Yeah, too.
we should consider having you switch hands and shoot from your other hand.
Yeah, that is a good idea. But
You have
that's
to
my
get used
sword
to it.
hand.
Ooh. Well, you're gonna have to switch your sword
Well,
out. Well, you
we
could.
can- What if we?
You could still be
switch.
good with the sword in your left hand, though. I feel like.
Yeah,
I feel
you're
like
right.
you'd be better with
Yeah.
the sword in your left hand. With the
Yeah,
sword, at
I
least.
should try it out. And
Either way,
like,
I'll
to me,
want-
Tulak could pull out his
I'll
ceremonial
try it
knife
out
and
right
spar
now.
you.
Oh no, you'll kill him.
No,
Your
I'm
axe just
kidding.
goes.
Alright, just kidding. You can't do that.
Either way, I'll watch your blind spot next time we are in a bind.
I will as well, Frederick.
Never watched mine.
I imagine you're like.
It's just
hiding
quiet.
back.
It's
Yeah,
just-
I'm just opening my knife sitting
So
back
it's just
there.
like this little voice in the background.
I will avoid. Well, it's dark, guys.
It's
like,
real.
You're it's
How you guys
nightfall
gonna get
now, so, like,
back?
you can see the town
Town
back
and
there.
things,
yeah.
There has been gunfire where you guys are, so there are some people. Like
Getting
you can
suspicious.
like looking that way.
Tulak's sitting in the dark on purpose, then, so that he can keep an eye without being seen. So he just says it loud enough to be heard, but
This is getting real ominous. This could turn real bad real quick. Or
I-
just be
And
awesome.
I'm drinking.
I
Yeah.
think that unless we want to really introduce ourselves to local law enforcement, we should consider moving perhaps indoors with less
And
firearms.
shoot.
Jade would just.
Mm-hmm.
It's up to you.
Yeah, you're
I'm
right.
willing to tussle with anyone, but he wouldn't use the
Well,
word
no,
That's
tussle,
right. We
but
should call it a night.
I think it's a good idea that we call it a night. I concur. We have a long day tomorrow.
very well. Who would like to take the first watch?
Watch. You're no.
Well, yeah,
in
but
the
he said we
house.
were gonna get shot in our sleep. So
He said that because he was not enjoying that conversation.
Oh, well,
Any
Tulak
watch-
would have been able to notice that. 'Cause he-
Yes.
okay. No, never mind. So then Tulak's gonna say, "Very well. I am going to retire to my quarters and catch up on some much-needed sleep. Please wake me if anything happens."
Who are you?
Yeah.
Like you've
What?
been
Like,
5 different characters like throughout the whole.
That's a great question, guys.
He's having
Where
to
was
use
this?
your
Tulak
tea.
is sleep deprived.
Okay.
And he's,
Okay.
He
he's
just goes
losing-
through different voices.
You know when you haven't had sleep and like everything feels a little bit fake and you don't really know everything like what's going on? That's where Tulak's at right now.
He's like,
Is that what we?
That's
No,
Cedric's
no,
whole
no.
life.
The green screen like other you recorded the
What are you talking about?
nothing.
Oh.
Anyway.
So then Tulak is going to return to his quarters and go to sleep.
Jade would do the same.
I don't sleep.
She does not sleep with, or she sleeps with her pistols now right next to her.
Well, they were next to you. You just wasn't able to get to those.
Yeah. Well, they were on the yeah, that's true. That's true.
Okay, so Frederick, you go to bed or do you go to the saloon?
No, I go to bed.
Okay. Jeremiah's in it for the long haul that night.
Mm-hmm.
Are you?
I probably figure out that he's just gonna keep winning and go back to my room, but I don't sleep just because I study.
Okay.
And then eventually, sometime,
You
sleep.
do pass out.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Okay, so Frederick, you lay your head down, and it's that same, like, you kind of your eyes open again,
Spoon?
and she's like looking at you, and then she's like petting your face, and like starts like you get the sensation she's consoling you, like it'll be all right, we'll figure something out.
Yep. Yeah, I definitely lean into that and just kind of like
Yep.
rest my head.
Yep.
Aww.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's sweet.
Then that's when you notice that do you remember when you had cut your hand?
Around the ring, yes.
Yeah, she has that mark around her finger, but you don't.
Oh.
Oh.
And then that first slice you did on your hand, she has that on her hand, and it's not on yours.
What?
Oh no!
Kiss it, make it better.
What is it?
Just-
Wait.
You don't know what to say
well, I have
until it
ask her
comes
once
to
I
you
notice
talking to
that.
Lily.
It's.
Boom.
I'm so sorry.
That's
I didn't
right.
know this was gonna happen to you.
Oh, I chose to take it, so you didn't.
Oh.
Well, when is it gonna go away?
She gets real quiet.
I don't like that. I'm so sorry. I'm never gonna do that again.
Well, it will go away, but that's if you're gone.
Oh.
Or with me.
Oh.
Okay.
I don't know what I need to do.
You find Frederick.
Yeah, I'm just gonna rest my head again.
Okay.
I feel like Frederick is digging his grave at this point. It's just like the night keeps getting worse.
Yep. And she's trying to, like, you asked her a question that doesn't make you feel better, and she's trying to console you. So it's like a
cycle.
Yeah, it's a cycle that's not all that great.
I let out a big sigh, and then I'm like, oh, I have one more question. Tulak was asking about his suitor. Do you know how she's faring so I can help console him?
She's dead.
I haven't had to visit her, so she's alive. Well, at least from magical means, at least.
Yeah, that's good news. I think that'll translate well for him. Sorry to have to ask that.
Huh. I'm used to it.
Oh.
Yeah, I know. I just wish that you weren't used to it. I don't even like asking those questions.
After a few millennia, it's, you know.
That's a long time. Wow.
A few millennia. What?
Eternity isn't
I'm
fun.
like, and Frederick can't even comprehend that in time.
She just says eternity isn't fun, and then you do fade into actual sleep.
Okay, good deal.
I didn't want to answer that anyways.
Yep.
Jade would have left a bowl of water
Yeah.
on the floor and maybe
Aw.
taken a pillow
Yeah,
off and
okay.
put it on the floor, made sure
Alright.
he could sleep on the bed with her.
Okay. Awesome.
It's cute.
You've got a dog and I've got a cougar.
She would be beyond a cougar. She'd be like a
Dinosaur.
saber-toothed tiger.
I
Saber-toothed
love
cougar.
that.
Yeah,
If we named
Yep.
our episodes,
Yep.
You have a dog and I have a cougar.
I'm gonna write that. Okay.
Write that down. Write that down.
That's
Oh my word.
There we go. It is what it is. Oh wow, that's hilarious. Okay. So
It's very funny.
all right. So everyone,
Sheep.
so you go to sleepy bye,
Eventually.
and you actually have a night's rest.
Wow.
oh wow. Okay.
You probably toss and turn a little bit, but new space. You're waiting for Jeff's reaction. Yeah.
Dang it, I'm sorry, I didn't hear what you said.
It's okay.
Oh gosh, it's still in cyberspace. It's all right, Jeff. You'll see it in a moment, sir.
Okay,
All right.
Wow.
Well, anyway. So, with that being said,
That was impressive.
Way better with a blade. Okay. Morning comes. Everyone is rested up. You have a slight headache.
Yeah.
But you're used to not having like a hangover.
Mhm.
You're like, So wow, we've almost been playing 2 hours already.
keep
I
going.
know, we drug out that day's ride.
Yeah, that was supposed to be whatever.
It was great content. That's what I'm gonna tell
great
myself. It was great playing.
it just means that the banditos are next time.
What?
Let's just jump right in.
Okay, so Jeremiah leads you to a strange setup. There's 2 wagons sideways, and above it has oddities and curiosities in a sign, and a whole bunch of different like attraction signs. Kind of like each of you have seen in some way, shape, or form like a traveling freak show and things like that. There's like different signs hanging there, and then a little sign hanging underneath it, and apothecary. So it's like a list of every.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Gotcha.
Yep. And so you step in, and you get that distinct feeling that the floor itself, like, must have been rolled out. Is like planks with rope underneath it. So it's like a traveling shop.
Okay.
Okay.
Gotcha.
And so you've got the tent, like the canvas on the sides, and then the shelves. But once you step in, there's hanging herbs. It hits you like it's like a soothing smell.
Okay.
You definitely, Frederick, smells like sage, lavender, wolfsbane, whole bunch of garlic.
Oh man, I feel very safe.
You feel very safe. Your nasal cavity is definitely cleansed, and Jeremiah kind of stayed out and let you guys kind of partake of the
Okay.
surroundings. And as you're walking in, the worst and most terrifying taxidermied animals are around. Like
Oh wow.
like the eyes are like bugging out of the head. There's deer with fangs. There's
Oh,
like
gosh.
all There's like, looks like a jackalope. You're like, okay. There's malformed skulls. There's jars full of strange specimens. And then right next to it is like a locket. It looks kind of like
Interesting.
like a creepy antique store for us, and like little notes by it. And then there's at the far end there's a desk, and there's the largest woman any of you have ever seen. She's over 6 foot.
Wow.
Really broad shoulders, and like her hair is in braids and bound up like this, and she turns around and very like pretty built arms for a woman underneath. You can tell her dress, and her dress you can tell has been modified more than once to kind of not very well.
Okay.
And
It's like slightly ripping at the seams.
well, yeah, so it's like I'm not gonna attempt her accent. So,
Okay.
welcome to Oddities and Curiosities and Apothecary. How may I be of service? Do you need, looks at Jade, like a hair tonic. Looks at Frederick, looks at the eye, like maybe a face cream or anything. Then looks at Cedric. And then at Tula.
I'm
Oh, man.
visually offended.
Oh, just kind of eyeing like up and down, like different herbs or spices or anything.
Is there a mirror anywhere in the shop?
Yeah.
Tulok's gonna subtly, he's not gonna like draw a big deal of it, but he's rested now, so he's kind of back to himself. He's gonna go look in the mirror and see if he can see anything that she was looking at, and hopefully he's gonna notice the red eyes. If
Oh,
they're
you're
still
gonna
red.
see the eyes.
He's gonna, for him, this is like a big shock.
Yep.
But he's not gonna draw attention to it for anyone else in the shop. But
And you see the corners and the whites, they're still red.
whoa, so it's a red pupil now,
But
and
the iris is red, and the whites, the corners of inside and out of both eyes is slightly red.
but the pupils are normal, so it's just whoa. He's gonna like rejoin the group kinda and not mention it, but he's like, whoa, what is happening?
Here, I'll share this with
You said hair tonic?
So you, roughly like that,
Cool.
but the whites is still a little, not bloodshot looking. So
Okay.
So she's just waiting for anyone to say anything.
I would have said, did you say hair tonic?
Yes, a hair tonic. And she like rummages around, and you can tell that she's like bumping into things.
Because she's so big.
Yeah, and she grabs like a small glass. It's really pretty looking, and she just kind of opens it and just kind of whiffs it in the air, like far from you. You can smell like a strong but like alluring like smell, and you're like it's like perfumey but not overpoweringly. And then she's like, yeah, and it'll keep your hair from being frizzy or even oily from a different, just really overplayed, like just selling it. Yeah.
She'd be like,
Yeah.
she'd probably buy it.
Okay. All right.
Oh, okay.
Yep. She's like, oh, and anything else? Do you need keeps looking at Cedric.
I'm waiting for them to leave.
Any maybe that she just kind of has to
At this
bend
point,
halfway over and like
Yeah, at this point, Jade would be like,
maybe something for a
You
love
know each other.
interest. Like a love potion, perhaps. It just turns and just it looks like a spent small whiskey bottle that has written on it "Love Potion" now on the front of it.
I say, no thank you, I've got my own concoction. And then I pull out my snob sensor.
Okay.
No, Cedric, you can trust that.
and she slides it back to the...
But I do have something I do want to ask in a more private matter.
Roll an observation.
Ooh, I got a 1, so 2 successes.
The things that you are constantly kind of looking for, there's a wood lamera, and then there's a shield with a chimera on it. There's also depictions of, you would know this, and Frederick would have noticed this, the Eye of Thoth.
Ooh.
Okay.
And Frederick, you're just really excited. You see a lot of iconography of all different. Like this, this is your jam.
Yeah,
Like
I'm a little kid in a candy shop right now.
Yeah.
I was
I'm
gonna
going
say,
through it.
this would be exciting for Jade just to see all this stuff.
Yep.
Like, she'd be like fighting to keep her hands to herself.
Yep. And Tulak is not really.
Yeah.
She's just like.
He's kind of impressed by the taxidermied animals, but everything else is like.
He's impressed by the bug eye.
You're impressed by them.
Well,
They're not well done. Like
No.
I'm talking. They probably were purchased because they're creepy looking. Like they're.
yeah, no, it's not the quality of the work; it's the type of animal that he's interested in.
Okay.
Yeah, let me rephrase.
They're-
Yeah.
So that would have been like, that tonic would have been like $2.
Okay.
And then she's like, there's like perfumes that go with it, and like and then she starts bringing out like a container like hand lotions and creams and stuff like that. Just because once you sell one, she starts
Selling
working it.
everything else.
So that they all really complement it really well. So
Tulak, after a moment, probably just go stand outside with Jeremiah.
okay, he is. Yeah, that actually is a good line compared to what's in this place.
Okay.
But these are mainly like there's a mountain lion. There's like I said, there's like a mule deer, but they put fangs in it for whatever reason, and its eyes are like offset and like really bad.
That's funny.
You know those little toys that you got from like little oddities and little things, and when you squeeze them, the eyes pop
Yeah.
out? I just imagine
Yep.
like one of those, but like the eyes are just constantly slightly popped out.
Yep. It just so you get like a weird vibe from one thing, then like kind of soothing, then the smells and aromas in here. And Jeremiah is like halfway through a second cigar
Ooh, really?
Wow.
since you've been in there. He's
Chain smoking them.
he just
Tulak's just gonna kind of nod. He's not gonna press for
he
conversation.
just looks at you.
Were you walking out? Are you guys walking out?
Yeah, I'm just standing
I
outside the
always go
store with
outside
Jeremiah.
after
So,
I
I'm-
do we not need a delivery for her?
Yeah.
You guys do. Well, you haven't said anything about
No, yeah,
anything.
yeah.
So
So I'll approach her and I'll go, excuse me, mademoiselle. I know that we're all having fun, but we have a delivery for you.
delivery. I have a delivery. Then this another big guy, kind of her build, he turns sideways to go through the. Like they're both built roughly the
Okay.
same. Like not
I wonder if they're related to the younger.
That's what I was just wondering.
their accent is definitely Russian.
Oh, okay.
And he's got really big sideburns, but for some reason it's just like he shaves just here, so it
Okay.
actually kind of goes down. It's like a beard sideburn thing. It's kind of strange looking.
Okay.
And it's like, and I'd have you all do an observation. You'd notice that he has 2 sets of ears, like.
Oh!
Like
What?
one set is behind, and then he kind of lifts his head up, and there's a slit that opens up in the center of his nose and opens up. Jeremiah. And he starts walking in, kind of with his head down.
Oh man, I'm gonna walk with him.
This is
Okay.
getting real weird. Yeah, Jaden had been like slightly standoffish now after
Tulok's
purchasing
gonna
something.
Tulok's gonna give a look to you three. Just
You
like,
wouldn't have seen the.
no, I
so-
wouldn't. But I'm
yeah.
walking in, and I can tell that Jeremiah's not thrilled. So I'm gonna just give a look.
The shining night returns. For whatever reason, I can do that one. And Jeremiah just. So, do you have the money from all the things you've sold, or did you waste it on the ladies of the night? And that he tips his head, like Jeremiah looks ticked,
Mm.
and just kind of like stink eyes him. And I know you've been upping the percentage and taking more than what you're supposed to. That's why I handed you to Thaddeus. You'll be working your debt off with him.
Mm.
So where is your package?
But Tulok probably would have carried it in unless Jeremiah carried it.
Jeremiah would not have let you touch anything.
Okay,
His-
yeah, perfect. No.
Okay.
Jeremiah would have had to.
Yeah, he sets the painting in paper, and Ivan takes his big sauce like kielbasa, just sticks it through the paper. You get that weird feeling. Whoa! Don't be. Opens it. Do you see, Dolores? How it tries to take your soul as you look at it. It just kind of like sets it up in a corner, so it's like looking as someone's going in, and then it still has that piece of paper on the front,
Okay.
with weird scrolling, and the eyes are definitely like, it feels like it's darting to all of you.
Oh, I would not be looking at it. That would have given me like I would have been like,
And then so do you
Clutching
take
my-
the other parcel out because you have that?
oh yeah, I would have then realized that the other thing, and I'd been like.
And this big hand grabs it and just rips it open. This will be interesting to see what happens in a storm.
Mm.
Kind of sets it to the side. So you're Jeremiah's new friends.
Yes.
We are.
Yeah.
And whenever he inhales, that slit opens up. It kind of
Okay.
looks like a sideways eye, like the way the slit would open.
Uh-huh.
It's definitely not an eye in there, just like a
Yeah.
Yeah, the way
nostril.
it's shaped. Yeah.
Yep. Looks at you. Looks at you. Then Frederick checks that, and then so Thaddeus has taken Jeremiah off my hands, but said that you can do a job for me.
We're willing to assist.
So is this the leader of your group?
We're
Mm.
more of a collaboration, I think.
I was told
There's someone you'd
Jade
prefer to talk to?
was supposed to talk to me.
This is Jade.
I'm Jade.
I am Jade.
And he keeps glancing at Dolores, who's the big woman.
I want to talk to Dolores.
There's no seat there to sit because you can tell that she's like leaning against the. And she just got like a kind of like a smirk on her face. Just like,
Mm.
yeah,
I'm Jade.
Okay. I've been having different letters, or the telegraph people are quite annoying. From Thaddeus about, he has a business that can look into things.
Yes.
So, there is a individual selling bottled healings. He's moved through a few towns that I usually have some pretty consistent clients. But when my clients stop buying from me, it doesn't hurt my feelings, but when they start saying that their son's leg was instantaneously healed by drinking this, I take notice. I am a true apothecary. I have herbal remedies, some other remedies. Much like some of you might be able to do. But I am interested to see what really is going on, because he has extreme repeat customers. And they need to continue to drink to make sure they stay healed.
Do you know where he was seen last?
Yes, Dolores was that the Americas,
You start speaking in a different language that's, of course, Russian, but you guys don't know what that is.
Yeah, it just sounds like a bunch of...
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
a dreadstone or something like that. Dreadstone.
And Jeremiah nods. He knows.
Jeremiah would definitely know. Like, he was one of the. Oh, by the way, Jeremiah, the hearse is back with us.
Ooh.
He's.
Are you wanting us to bring him back to you, or are you just wanting to bring the product back to you, or are you wanting us to remove the individual entirely?
Well,
I was just thinking that.
this is hard for me. I like people actually being helped. I really like money almost as much as Jeremiah does. But if we could find out what's really going on. Is he tricking them? He's not a good salesman, but people keep coming back to him.
We can probably get information out of it.
And if it's not good, what he's doing, it is the desert. Birds need to eat. And I've never worked with someone that has given me gifts in this manner to have me hire them. So, and the way he explained it,
And you also had a letter for him too.
Oh,
Yeah, so that would have been handed
Oh,
over
okay,
to him,
okay.
yeah.
I was like...
And so Dolores would have been reading that, and she's like starts tapping him. And he's speaking.
I know, I'm guessing you're the Tulak. If you do a good job, I could introduce you to certain people I know. And the Cedric. Cedric. Might be able to answer some of your questions.
Mhm.
Frederick. I'm very sorry. He gave physical description to me. He said you had one eye. I'm guessing it's you.
Yep, that is me.
He's like,
I am the Cyclops.
Entertaining.
And just kind of like,
Tulok's like,
Well, I do have.
she just clears her throat a little bit.
I did.
And he just kind of looks straight at Jeremiah. He's like,
Now you sold Thaddeus lots of ammunition, and you upcharged him like 500%. And
son of a...
Yeah, we're all like.
now you didn't tell them what any of it stopped. I heard. Oh, is it? But you are the master of all things occult and arcane, are you not?
He's just quiet.
Well, I could possibly introduce you to my gunsmith. He can make more rounds like that and not gouge your eyes out for the price. Speaking of which, let's just go meet him. It's so much fun to chat with him.
he kind of leads you to another area back, and there's a guy with a blindfold on. You can definitely tell there's scarring. There's
Ooh, okay.
probably something he was working on might have exploded, and there's burn scars.
Okay.
This is Gerald, and he has a gift, a knowledge to make different rounds, to take down certain things that Jeremiah isn't scared of because they don't exist. So, speaking of which, Jeremiah, you know your precious pistol that we loaded for you. It's always there, ready to stop the things that truly go bump in the night. So,
Then he starts describing that he can load up shotgun shells with rock salt to kind of like rock salt and different herbs to, take care of ghosts. Like just to get, and he's like, you can't kill a ghost, but you can disperse it for a little while. Just kind of just.
Wow.
silver can usually hurt things. Gold, if they're demonic, may or may not stop it. It's kind of still hit or miss. Try to hit it, of course. It's not miss. Just English is not very good. But that could be possibly a payment.
And Dolores keeps chiming in to him in Russian. He's like,
I guess we'll have something for you when you get back. I don't care, Dolores. So, when do you want to start?
We can start immediately.
Okay. You keep looking at me funny. What do you want?
I want to know when I can ask those questions you mentioned.
When you do job. It's like you.
That'll be later.
Yeah, that's what I figured. Because I didn't know, just go ahead and make questions.
Okay, alright.
I scribbled down my notebook. I've been writing all the things he's been, like, with the bullets and
Okay.
everything.
Okay. And you do have a single shot for the 20 gauge that you figure out is rock salt and herbs.
Cool.
Yep. So. And yours are silver.
Yes.
Tulok would have looked around to see if any of the ammunition being made resembles the axe to see if he can get a feel for it.
Nothing.
Okay.
Nothing at all resembles anything like that.
Okay, cool.
But Gerald is sitting there. He's quiet. He just kind of tips his head. But he actually like straight up like looks at all of you,
Even though he's blindfolded, right? Yeah, okay.
and he looks at something to your side.
Like that I have on me.
And then but when you walk by him, he like pets something. And he's super quiet.
Can you see him too?
And he just grins.
I like Gerald.
And he's like staring at something on your side now.
Mm-hmm.
And then he looks at Frederick, and then right next to Frederick, and just kind of sits back and like kind of like sits up a little bit straighter.
Oh. That's right, you're in the presence of a lady.
And and Cedric, if you would have gotten close to him, he like just like kind of
There you go.
Yeah.
well, just kind of like
I'd probably check the smell of my armpit if I saw that.
Yep. Yeah, if you guys wanted to interact with Gerald before you leave or anything.
Can you remind me what Gerald's sitting? Is that right?
Yeah,
Like in front of a fire or anything?
he's seated. There's like, it's interesting. There's multiple benches kind of right around him,
Mm-hmm.
and everything is perfectly placed. Like everything looks in like straight lines, so you can grab a tool.
Okay.
There is like a little pit fire, like for. It looks like he just mainly makes ammunition.
Okay.
He could.
Doesn't really need a blacksmith anything.
No.
Yeah, that was kind of...
He may or may not have used to, but you can't do that now.
Yep.
So.
Okay.
Jade would have tipped her hat to, I can't even remember his
Gerald?
name. Not. Well,
Ivan?
yes, Gerald,
Well,
but then Ivan. And then
Okay.
she would have stepped outside.
Okay.
How many people are still in the room before?
Which room?
This back area is really
With
not
Gerald.
well lit, so because it's for Gerald. So.
Yeah, well, he doesn't,
He doesn't
see
need it definitely smells like beef broth.
Mm-hmm.
So cool. Most likely. That.
Well, Tulok would probably just take off his hat, put it over his chest, and kind of give a big nod to Gerald, put his hat back on, and walk out.
So I have something to say, Gerald.
Okay. He's like looking like just straight ahead at the moment.
Yeah. Frederick will touch his shoulder and say, let me think. Okay. He'll say, I appreciate the gift that you have, and there's no one else that can do it like you. I value having you work with us. And I also appreciate your respect of my acquaintances.
Well, thank you. Which gift are you talking about? The one I chose or the one I study?
Mm, the one you chose, which to me is more like the one you were given.
All right then.
Okay.
That felt like a real NPC conversation. Just all of a sudden it's like, alright. Like, okay, on to my next thing.
Yep.
But are you implying you chose to be blind?
To truly see.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Dang it! I should have said what. Gosh, dang it! I wanted to roleplay. Tulok would have taken his head off, and he would have said, "Seer," and then he would have put his hat back on and left. But
Use a fortune to make that happen if you want.
Yeah, you can.
oh, why not?
We're gonna
Fix
need
your
a
mistakes with a
So then
fortune
Tulok's gonna
point.
take off his hat. He's gonna incline his head,
seer.
and he's gonna go. It is truly blessed to know a seer. And he's gonna put his hat back on.
He just.
Yep. Yeah. If there's no response, Tulok's
Yep.
just gonna walk out and do his thing.
Yep.
Did you have to be blind in both eyes? I only have one. Just asking out of curiosity.
Well, for what I did, it was both. At least for what I read.
Mm. Wow. Okay. Yeah, I'm not gonna peer into like this guy's private life. I don't need to know what he read and what blinded his eyes or anything.
Yeah, he looks like he's in his mid-90s probably.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But he's got like Popeye arms. He does not look frail, but he looks old. Like,
Awesome.
yeah.
The only other thing I have to do before I leave is see Dolores about buying a whole bunch of herbs and I don't know, poultices, whatever they got that I can add to like my med kit to make it more mystical.
Okay. You can totally do that. They definitely are okay taking your money.
I'm definitely okay giving them my business.
Okay.
And I also have to ask, do you travel? It seems like you could very easily.
Yes, we do move. Some people don't really like our other employees. They just like to gawk at them or us. Those of us that are unique, it is a blessing and a curse. So we can choose to make money on it or leave. Sometimes when people treat us different, we just leave.
Well, I would love to see you guys around Hallen's Trail.
Well, if this goes well, we might visit.
Okay. That'd be great news to me. You are all very gifted and have things that are definitely needed over there. And I'm glad to give you my business.
But I'm more than happy to take your money. See you soon, Jeremiah.
Okay, so how much money should I give you?
Like $5.
Okay.
And what you get is like, in essence, like smelling salts, oils. You have sage now, well-wrapped sage for appropriate smudging.
Okay.
Yeah, he never did bring that around me. He got it from a waitress and never did it.
Let you never know. It's alright. Yeah, there you go. Jeremiah is definitely outside of there.
Yeah, for sure.
Cool.
Is Jeff and Cedric still shopping?
Oh, no, I'm done.
I'm done.
Alright, cool. And then we're all outside. I'm gonna look at Jade, and I'm going to say anything we need to do before we start heading out of town.
Do we even know what the job is? Or he told us, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I remember now. It just came back.
Pretty on brand though.
It's the guy selling healing potions. Got it. I remember. It's
Yeah,
just
and
like for that moment.
In essence, like a snake oil salesman.
Yeah.
But
It's the sham.
Yeah.
It's the cocaine and the coke.
Yep.
It's a placebo.
Not
I
if they
think
get sick. from
we're
this.
good to go. Unless anybody has anything else.
I'm gonna look at Jeremiah. You ready?
Alright, let's get going.
Alright, I'm gonna look around. So they took his cart. Did they take his mule or horse too?
no, they left his horse.
Oh, okay.
He doesn't have
Oh, good.
he doesn't have a saddle.
Oh, nice.
So he gets to ride,
Yeah.
but he's got the saddlebags on it, which is going to be really awkward. He's got saddlebags, and you notice on top of it there's a paper parcel. He grabs it, slightly opens it, and just kind of.
Do we need to stop and get you a saddle before we carry on?
He just shakes his head, hops up, and
Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and hop up on my mule then. I'm gonna look at Jade and wait for her to make the call here.
he starts ripping open the parcel, and he wraps something around his waist. You guys are looking at it.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna try to see what it is.
It's definitely a bullwhip.
Whoa.
Oh,
Okay.
It's a long flipping bullwhip.
Whoa.
Tulok's not gonna ask about it just yet, but
Yeah.
he is very curious, I can assure you.
Okay. Frederick has one as well, if you recall.
I do recall. Is his?
That's the one that.
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
mine.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no, never mind. Mine's normal.
Well, I think that this one has significance in Jeremiah's past, but he's probably pretty rattled, so Tulok's not gonna push it.
He's
Ye-
yeah.
I can't put two and two together.
Yeah.
I have a lot of theories, but Frederick doesn't know. I didn't see it.
Oh, that's true.
You did. Oh, yeah, you never saw the scars.
Yep.
Right, yeah. Yeah, Tulok will then look at Jade, because Jade was there whenever he was in the fight, yeah. And then he's not going to say anything, but...
Lead the way, Jeremiah.
Okay. So you just head on down. It's not going to be a really long ride.
Okay.
It's not like 2 days. It's like just near the end of. Because you weren't in there all that long.
Right.
Like maybe an hour.
Yeah, went long.
So yeah. So you head down. This trail's a lot more winding, so you are going to be taking your time a little bit. So yeah, Jeremiah is definitely quiet, ticked off looking.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
There'd be a little bit of that back at Jeremiah.
Oh yeah.
So,
Not from Tulok, probably, but... He never
That's
bought
fine.
ammunition from him, but yeah, you go for it.
that's fine.
I'm just
I didn't
saying
either.
that Tulok would be
Okay.
good.
But no, because Thaddeus bought you guys.
Yeah,
All
at
that.
500%.
Yeah.
markup,
Yeah.
Yeah. Jade would be pretty pissed.
Yeah.
But she just wouldn't be saying anything just yet. She
Yeah.
would just let it sit there. But it definitely would have been like, you could feel the
Oh, yeah, he-
tension. Oblivious.
No, he knows, but...
He knows.
Yeah. So you make it to that town, and the smell in the air, it's like pigs.
Okay.
Ooh, okay.
It's like they've got larger quantities of pigs on the outskirts, so like a definite aroma in the air. And then he just kind of sits back for a second, stretches, leans forward onto his horse. He's like,
Well, where are we going? I've been here, but
They mentioned a boy with a broken leg that was mended. Does that ring any bells, Jeremiah?
it's news to me. But
What all does this town have here?
Looking around, you see a sheriff office, kind of like definitely a smaller building. You don't even know if it really has like a jail cell, but it's got a sheriff over it. There is a smaller hotel, like a mercantile. It's maybe was like, think of like a super small mining town, but it's got like basic agriculture, but they've got the hogs.
Okay.
So
We could ask someone where we can buy these.
Jade, should one of us pretend to be injured or sick and ride into town and ask to speak with the healer?
I don't think we have to.
Yeah, that'd be pretty easy.
Yeah.
And Jeremiah like leans back. Whatever, Cyclops. And he just snaps his finger again, and flame bursts up from his thumb. And
Wow!
That's so cool! I think, Frederick, that would be a great approach, if you don't mind. I definitely don't want to cause any inconvenience for you.
Oh, no, it's no inconvenience. You want me to do it alone?
I
We
can go
can
with
go.
you, Frederick.
Okay, you can go.
Okay, well, up to you. You're the leader, but if you want to split us up, I can go with him so he's not alone.
I think that's a good call.
Okay. So then, unless there's anything else you guys want to say, Frederick and I can start riding up there.
I'm
Quiet.
gonna go talk to the sheriff if he's in.
Okay. So then, Frederick, where should we go to
Would you
find the
like
healer?
to go with me?
You might have some experience with this.
No one too crazy.
Alright, so a big rumor like that would be pretty much known by anybody, so we can ask basically the first person that has time
I would
that'll
go
give us the
crazy.
time.
Or we could
You
look
would
for the
go with
saloon
them?
owner too, would be my idea.
Yeah,
But-
there's a saloon in town you can see from here. Sorry.
Yeah, saloons usually have drunk and angry people.
That's a good point. So if we see someone before we get there, then we'll stop and ask them. Yeah?
So,
Yeah.
Alright, so we'll start riding in.
are you guys kind of splitting off?
I think so. Yeah.
Jeremiah will go with Jade to sheriff at least,
Okay.
and you're going
With them.
with them.
Yeah.
So
With us?
Mm-hmm.
okay, awesome.
It's like
Alright.
three amigos.
Okay, so
The 3Ks. Oh, never
Yep.
mind. Never mind.
no,
No.
no.
No. No.
I just realized the three, the KKK.
No.
You didn't have to spell it out.
You didn't have to.
Yeah, you
didn't
did not have to spell that
I
out.
had to.
Oh gosh, some people. skip.
We do not support that.
Yeah, for the record, that's not how we.
I think that's a little
Here.
early for the.
1 second.
Yeah, I don't know. It might be there.
It's like, that's it. Get rid of that K.
No. Why me?
Why?
No.
Oh, no. Well, mine has the original.
Wait, punish him because he's. Okay,
Everybody.
we're all getting it.
You're gonna be too
Well, that's
I'm too low.
okay. So you start moseying into town. There's so you Frederick was looking for the first person that had time.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, same.
There's an individual just kind of like a younger boy carrying 2 buckets of water to like the water trough for the horses.
Yeah. Is he struggling?
Well, they're barely above the ground, but
If you're gonna
he's
get off your
small.
horse and help him, I can hold the reins of your horse on my mule if you want to help him.
Yeah. I'll do that. I'll get off my horse and help him, and I'll go, excuse me, young lad.
A creepy old man with one eye.
Well, he's not necessarily.
No, I'm just kidding.
Sorry, don't mean to startle you. I just wanted to help out. I saw you were struggling a little bit, but I'm seeking out some information.
well, what do you want to know?
Well, I'm just a old war veteran, and I'm lost my
Some
eye.
boys like
And I heard that around these parts there was somebody who could miraculously heal deformities, oddities, and broken bones, anything. And the eye's gotten better,
Missing
but I
arms?
want the sight back.
we had a guy come to town. He just like sets the buckets down. He's like kind of like not. You can definitely tell he's not used to adults talking to him.
Definitely.
He came. Joel got his leg fixed by him. I think his name was like. Is Maurice.
Maurice.
Maurice. His name was
Maurice.
Maurice, and he had a cart, and he sells bottles of things that fix you.
Could you send us to Joel? Could you introduce us? Or just tell us where to find him? Or his folks?
Okay. He just dumps the buckets.
I'm sorry, don't let my friend Starly. He helps me ever since I lost my eye.
Roll a persuasion.
Okay. He was one of my friends in the war.
No, don't make it harder.
Persuade. And
Can I assist him?
One success.
Can I assist him? One success.
Sure. 1 dice.
Okay.
For an assistant.
Okay. Is that a forever rule? Or? Okay. Good to know. 1 success.
Okay.
Nice.
You definitely needed 2. Because there's a scary Native American.
Yeah, I know. I wasn't trying to be like, I can.
I'm just like, okay. Then, so
You're
you,
bigger than me.
yeah. So he leads you to one of the hog farms.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
And he knocks on the door, and so this would have taken a little while, so we can actually segue to Jade and Jeremiah at the sheriff's.
Okay.
Because it would have probably taken like 45 minutes to, because it's like an outskirts.
Yeah,
area.
definitely.
So you got the sheriff's office that he's definitely sitting at his desk, sipping. There's strewn bottles on the top. He's
Okay.
checked one and found one that actually had something in it and is drinking from it.
So it'd be one of those where she like knocks as she walks in.
Okay.
Like,
How may I be of service?
hi, me and some of my friends are just passing through, visiting temporarily, and I was just wanting to inquire that. I was just wanting to check and see if anything odd or anything strange happening in your town as of lately that you can recall.
Let's see. The definite smell of body odor is definitely strong
Yeah, it's like
here.
alcohol and body
Yep.
odor.
But all the bottles on his desk are all the same bottle.
Okay.
That little Fremore kid's leg was snapped in half, and he drank some of this stuff and just finishes it off. And it snapped back in place. And he's good.
Jade would pick up one of the empty bottles.
You definitely notice he's protective of his bottle.
Okay.
You don't, you can set that.
Do you know where I can get something like that? Do you know where he is?
He starts checking for more of it. He went south, southeast about a day ago, or is it 2? He opens up that he's got like half of another one, and he just starts like. Yep, this just a little while ago. Do you need anything else?
No, I think that'll be it. Thank you for your information.
We always aim to please.
What if you could steal a bottle?
And I was
Yeah.
gonna say, can I try to swipe a bottle on my way out?
Yeah. Roll a
Stealth?
thievery.
Thievery? Where's my thievery?
Should be under your agility.
Okay.
Do you want to give me any doom or anything?
I'll give you a single doom for another dice.
All right then.
How much doom?
Yep.
So I have 2 successes.
Okay. That's more than enough.
Perfect.
Nice.
You kind of like walk to the side of his desk and you kind of someone being protective, kind of that natural turn. You just swiped one.
Nice job.
Nice job, babe.
So I'm assuming we walk out, and I
Yep.
would, once we were like back by our horses, I
Yep.
would pull the bottle out to look at it.
Now, that was so fast. Would that be before Frederick and all of us rode out?
Yeah.
Well, I would probably ride over to you pretty quick just to tell you what's going on before we leave. So that way, if we're gone for longer than a day, we know what's going on.
Why would you be gone longer than a day?
Just in case.
I think we'll just meet up again, right? Afterwards?
Yeah, I guess
Then
you can catch
we
up with
just
us.
go
Yeah.
with you, yeah.
Okay, well, never mind.
Okay. So if you're all riding together, so you finally make it there. They're working. They're working the pig farm, and you definitely see a boy moving things that he shouldn't be.
Okay.
So
Tulok's not gonna start this conversation because he's a big scary guy, so he's just gonna hang out
Oh,
with
yeah.
you.
I'll get off my horse and go up to him, and I'll go, excuse me, young man, are you Joel?
yeah, he sets down like a kind of like a railroad tie,
Oh my gosh.
What the heck?
and he pulls out of his pocket. And he's like starts like drinking from that little
I know
bottle.
what that bottle.
Yeah. Yeah.
Kid's a freak.
Tulok.
He's a gym rat, I could tell.
And he doesn't look super big, but
It's the potion.
For sure. But I'll go, excuse me, I asked around town, and I'm glad I found you. I heard that you have miraculous strength after drinking a poultice, and I am searching for the same gentleman who sold it to you. And I point to my eyeball, and I go, I have some war scars that I would like to heal.
Mr. Maurice sold my family a few bottles of this. This is our last one, but it made my leg feel better. And
I want to walk up and say, hello, I am Dr. Cedric Q. Sauer. May I look at your leg for a little bit? I've heard the wondrous miracles that this tonic has brought, and I want to see see if I can figure out how it works.
okay, and like his mom is definitely starting
Yeah, I
to
was
walk
waiting
up.
for that.
Yeah.
I'll probably introduce myself to the mom
Okay.
for in the meantime.
Alright, well, there, so that interaction goes. It's like,
Mhm.
okay, you can check him over. We're wondering ourselves. So you lay him down. You start checking his one leg. It's fine. You start feeling the right leg, like you start kind of at the ankle, fine, up to the knee. Roll a healing.
Yeah.
Can I assist since I'm there?
Yes. So a single dice.
Okay. And I'll just play it off like
2
I've helped
successes.
Dr. Cedric do this because Dr. Cedric has helped me
That
with
was
my
that's
recovery.
real mean.
Alright.
Standing back.
I didn't help him though.
Okay.
And then to
Uh,
all of leader.
You distracted the parents enough, but you're feeling along that femur That's still a compound fracture, and somehow he's walking on it.
That's what I was afraid of.
Crow.
And he's not, like, when he was walking, it wasn't making him sway or anything.
Do I feel anything in the muscle? Like, is the muscle, like, built up around it, or?
You're guessing it's like, it must be, like, the stabilizer muscles itself must be, like,
Working
contracting.
It sounds like an adrenaline or an amphetamine. I would instruct them. I would probably tell them of it. I'd probably say, it is miraculous that your son is walking, and that is amazing.
And there's
but
no swelling or bruising.
yeah, but I
No
still,
discoloration at all.
Wow.
I still feel the compound fracture within your son. I would not recommend walking on it for quite some time. Even though you
But
can.
I feel fine. He sits up and
That-
starts.
That is what I am worried about. Because say if you feel fine but it's still broken, you can damage it even more and more and more, and it become worse than it is now.
Especially once he runs out of it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't. They're really confused. He seems fine.
What I would say is maybe take a break off the medicines that you've gotten, see if it comes back. And if it does, and if it's too much pain, please take it again if it's too much, but I would not advise taking it.
When you said that, he kind of balls up around the bottle.
I would clear
And-
my throat from
Yeah.
where we were standing
Yeah.
back. I would kind of look like
Now,
I'm
for
gonna
you
take a
guys.
little bit of ready
There's-
stance.
that last swig he took was almost the very end of it.
Uh-huh.
And as he inhales, it looks like his shoulder blades kind of twist up,
Like- Ooh.
like up, and there's like weird popping noises that are very familiar to you.
Tulak's gonna hop off his
To
mule,
you.
and he's gonna.
Gentlemen,
And his leg that is broken bends in the break sideways and then back the other way, and then it looks like it's a second knee as he stands up, and his arm swings around, and the bottle explodes in his hand as he tries to attack you.
Oh.
Do we have to roll for an action order here?
Actually, that's where I think we're gonna end our session.
I was ready to roll acrobatics or something.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I knew something. I knew I had a bad.
Why is it always me?
I knew the second we stepped up, we were going to a pig farm. I was
Let
like,
the record show, Tulak's already off the mule, moving towards you, so you won't be on your own for long.
Trying to be a doctor, man.
hey, next time we ever do anything like this, maybe don't tell them.
I'm
to
just
take
next
them.
time I'm gonna have Jeremiah just stand in front of me and I'm talking from
Jeremiah is back. You just kind of
Yeah,
in
he's
watching
observing.
mode. Yeah, and no one's glanced back at him when this terrifying scene has happened. So, hopefully y'all had fun with that
Another town's
interesting
going.
We're about to
escapade.
burn another town to the ground.
And yeah, see you guys next time.
All right.